Oh, there it was. Still better than Jason, I guess.
He just
Hi,
wanted to
everyone.
make an appearance. He didn't actually want to say anything.
He's gonna tell me how much of a celebrity he thinks he is now, because he had his, 2 frame rates of success.
We just saw the blur that is Jameson.
No, I was joking. He's so excited. Jeez.
That's awesome.
Well, anyway, I only have 4 words to say, and they are, "It's Tuesday, my dudes."
It's Tuesday, my dudes. Here we go.
I was gonna say 3 words. Syrinscape is awesome.
Okay, yeah, kick that right off with hashtag not our sponsor.
Might as well.
Not a sponsor, but we will plug them because they're good and we use them. So that's how it is.
Yeah, and I have actually come to just put Syrinscape on when I'm just on my computer because some of the sound sets are super cool and I love them. So
look at that. That's how good Syrinscape is, and that's how good your life could be if you download it.
If you want to just sit and read a book and listen to the sound of rain, Syrinscape.
Yeah.
I just wish every time I walked around in real life that I just had Syrinscape playing behind me.
Actually, you know what? I bet you, no joke though, no joke. I bet you listening with Syrinscape while you're like reading a book and you're just controlling the ambient sounds yourself could actually be a pretty enjoyable experience.
Yeah, all right, guys, reel it in until we actually get the sponsorship.
Okay.
Reel it in. Save a little something for when we're actually sponsored. All right.
Fair enough. Without further ado, then, does somebody want to take the recap? Sarah,
wasn't it?
Well, she looks so confused. I don't know.
Well, I'm confused because my map just... Jason, what did you do? You just drew a black drawing on the map. Or something occurred. I was like, something bad just happened. My map is all... My tokens are gone, and...
Well, to be fair...
I wanted to see if it would work.
It can't be as bad as that dragon we're about to face.
I could still see the map because I have another map on the GM layer with the points of interest on it. And so for me, it just looked like Fog of War came on the map all of a sudden. And I said, I didn't control that. I didn't do that. What's going on? So that's why I was confused. But to answer your question, I wasn't going to do the recap. I was going to do the intro, but it's all fine and well.
It's all
if you want me to do the recap.
Real quick though, let's go ahead and do a mock roll. It was made aware to me that the our overlay was terrible and was blocking some portions of the roll. So hopefully you'll be able to read the numbers if you're watching us. We'll still read them out if you're listening on the podcast version, but otherwise, I hope you can see all of the results there.
They're probably just getting tired of not being able to see my single-digit rolls.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see
there
it.
There were
it looks
bunch
good.
of not single-digit rolls last session.
I was gonna
say, we did.
There was a lot of green 2s.
We did pretty all right.
Natural 20s.
Oh,
I was just joking, guys. Seriously, gosh. My apologies.
Miyabe, how did you manage to roll 100 on a D100 so seamlessly? Oh my god!
Tricks we just never tell.
Uh-oh.
That's a reference. We were playing in our other campaign that we do with a different group of friends, and Brandon had done that like twice on accident.
No, that was this campaign.
No, that was this one.
Oh, was it
Josh.
this one?
That was this one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Session. Yeah.
Yep.
It was only. It was once. You make one mistake. And it's the bane of my existence.
Well,
you do it one time.
The best part is that none of us caught it until like a minute later. I looked at it, I was like,
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many times has this guy been role playing and he can't click a button that auto rolls it for you?
Don't even have to do math.
Well, to be fair, that wasn't clicking a button. You actually had to type out the command.
You have a fudge dice? I don't even know what that does.
It fudges the dice.
Yeah, it fudges the roll.
Well, it didn't do good for me. I rolled a 0.
what's the point of that though?
I don't know.
I'm sure it works with other games because technically Roll20
If I
doesn't
roll it,
just do.
can you see it? Did you just see it?
Yeah.
I see a
-1.
Huh.
But the what the
Huh.
I don't know, man. Some things are just the way that they are.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, this is great for the podcast, so I'm sure we've lost everyone who may have started listening. But
hopefully,
to recap where we left off last time, we picked up with our group in the stone hall as the storm was raging outside, thinking that they would be able to just bunker down and make it through the night, but they became aware that the sheriff was not in the stone hall anymore. She had gone out to investigate the lightning that had been hitting on the barricade, and the townspeople asked if, or actually a guard asked if the group would be able to go out and see what was going on with her. And I don't appreciate that Jason is putting stuff on my map while I'm trying to recap this.
I don't see anything on the map.
Very distracting.
There's actually nothing there.
There's nothing on the map.
I'm going to remember this when we get to Iron Fang, and there will be retribution. But anyway, so they set out for the barricade, saw a couple of figures up on the barricade that ended up being lizard folk who were seemingly the ones that were commanding the storm or whatnot. And combat ensued and lasted the majority of the session. But in the end, they did prevail. It was close. Miyabe and Kermit went unconscious. Abner was at 1 HP, I think.
Bang,
And Aluna was perfectly fine, which...
bang.
I think she took 1 point of damage.
1 point
Oh,
of
really?
damage.
Because she got hit by one of the lightning things, I think.
She
Yeah.
just kept giving people the stink eye.
Yeah.
Right,
1 point
right.
of damage.
I was hoping to take Abner down, and then I forgot that he had electricity resistance, so...
What a
that was
shame.
unfortunate.
If you hadn't
Yeah.
saved, you could have done it.
Yeah, but
No, she couldn't.
they were
Abner's
able...
immortal.
They were able to defeat the foes and rescue the sheriff, who was still alive, brought her back, and waited out the rest of the storm that night. And we finished the session with them the next day, taking stock of what was going on and kind of catching up with the sheriff. So with that, we can pick up... well, I guess I should say... a couple of days are gonna pass, so I wanted to reach out. I wanted to ask you if there was anything that you guys think that your characters would be doing during those couple of days. Adela had told you that the Count would be gathering the council to go over the things that had happened the past few days and discuss the storm and your findings at Fort Breakthrough. But until that happens, what do you think you guys would be doing around town?
Plan to assassinate the Count.
Oh,
That's not what I'm doing, but all right.
that changes the module just a bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Before we get into much there, if you have ability damage, so Abner, you could probably get rid of your ability damage because that'll heal naturally, and any HP, you guys probably would be back to full health, just so we have a fresh starting off point.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So Kermit probably would just be going around, just talking with people, helping where he can. He's a little shooken up, probably down. He might have tried to talk to Miyabe about how he can get over actually, killing people, because that's the first time he's actually killed probably a humanoid type of creature. Mostly it's been bugs or basic animals or critters or stuff, but to kill a real human, I guess, he's probably a little distraught and almost died. So he would seek Miyabe's counsel because he's probably sure that Miyabe has killed many a folk in his day.
Yeah, I'm sure Miyabe has, but I'm trying to figure out how he would respond, because I doubt it would be helpful advice.
No, I understand that. I understand that. Kermit doesn't understand that, and he takes your words of wisdom, like looking up to the stars.
I think Miyabe's view on that sort of a thing is it all comes down to just survival. Like, he doesn't really think about it. He's never really thought about it. It's like, if he goes out and hunts, it's just the cycle of life. Anything that he fells and brings back, that's just how it goes. And if he has to defend himself like we did with the lizard folk, then there's no alternative, so it's not worth thinking about. So his viewpoint would probably just be a very similar to just ignoring it. Like, it's never crossed his mind. I'm not sure how he would voice that, though.
Could you do it?
I could try.
Yeah, but how do you get over when you kill somebody? Do you feel remorse in that gigantic body of yours?
I do not generally feel bad about the things that I kill, because I do not kill them with any ill will. If I am hunting, then I hunt for my survival and the survival of my people. And if they attack me, then I hunt for my own life. It is merely survival. I do not hunt out of anger. I do not kill out of anger.
Except that one time I almost turned into a demon.
Yeah, that's different.
Those were elementals. I don't know if he even really realizes that those were creatures.
I mean, are they really sentient? I mean,
Yeah.
so
Leaf enters the chat.
I almost did that earlier. It's
that
like,
probably goes.
Kermit would appreciate the wise wisdom that Miyabi could provide, and probably would use that to reflect on it as he just goes about his days helping where he can, and probably making sure Juif is not killing any children.
Younglings.
Yes, the younglings.
The younglings.
So Abner, what's Abner doing?
3 things. First, that pearl.
Oh yes, the pearl.
Can I just take 20 since it's going to be a few days?
Sure.
Okay.
Technically, you could
So
just roll however many days there are.
yeah, I think collectively there would have been like 2 days, but
Because you can only roll once per day, technically.
yeah, that's true. So
So you
yeah,
want me to roll?
actually go ahead and roll twice.
Okay.
Well, roll once and see if you make it, and then okay. So that's not gonna do it with a natural 2 for a 9. Okay, and then a 21 on the second one. So on day 2, you have been studying this pearl for a while, and you are able to determine that it is actually a pearl of power.
Really?
Yeah, first level pearl of power.
No kidding. First level. Cool. Are there other magical pearls? Like, I kind of assumed that's what it was, but, like, are there other powers that are pearls that are magical?
I don't know.
I mean, there are similar magic items, but they're not pearls. There's like boro beads, which are
I was
the
gonna
same
say the
thing,
beads.
but for
Right.
alchemists and
Right.
such.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone have objections if Abner keeps that?
I think Miyabi should have it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best. If you just
He
consider
loves
the,
magical items.
For all the
Yes.
channels that he's gonna have when he multi-class into cleric.
consider the composition of the party, Abner. Does it really? I know you're all about money, but does it really make the most sense to give the pearl of power to the wizard? I don't think so.
I mean,
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Abner,
Well, I
can-
know you probably do need another cast of what is it? Bane. Yeah.
Hey!
Probably
All right!
another
All right!
Cast of Bane.
You went there!
You want it? I totally understand.
All right, listen. You went there. I wasn't gonna call y'all out like this, but come on. We listened back to the tape, and I have accepted your apologies in private, but now I will do it in public. I was right.
I give no apologies for that. I stand by it.
Right, we listened back. It was I listened back.
Correct.
and
Correct.
I acknowledged my error,
Correct.
and I apologized for my oversight.
Correct.
I do not apologize for any of my actions. I really hope, Abner, you give that pearl of power to Kermit, because I totally will put it in my gun and shoot it like a...
And shoot it like a bullet.
Oh, okay, thanks. Pew!
So that was the second thing that Abner wanted to do was fabricate bullets.
Okay.
The spell that I have.
Sure.
To make some bullets, and he'll find Kremit and see if Kremit would like some bullets. Does Kremit need bullets?
Oh, I think I have used some here.
I mean, it makes 30, so I got a pretty fair amount from that one.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, I can take... I only try to carry about 30 of each, pellets and bullets. So,
Okay.
Anything
if
else
you,
would weigh
if
'em
you give
down?
me some, I would. I'd probably take about 8 of them.
8 of them? Okay. 30 to 24. Cool.
Well, thanks, Abner.
I'm sure you'll pay me back someday.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
And I think that's it for Abner.
Okay. All right, so that's what Abner's been working on. Aluna?
I am actually gonna just take a profession check for do I have enough time to do a full most of a week's worth plus and minus a couple of days to get a few bits of coin for fortune telling if possible. 2/7 of a week. Well, we'll deal with that later. But I'll go ahead and roll again since the other one was just a mock roll. And then I actually do have a way where if anybody does want their fortune read, I can actually, if I roll high enough on the check, make an augury, so I can actually give them some legitimate guidance from beyond.
Oh, Kermit will take any guidance.
Nobody wants their fortune told.
Oh well.
Kermit had his life flash before his eyes.
Well, at least
all the help he can get.
at least one person does, because I think with a 12 I make money, but not a whole lot.
Oh, I have to pay for it.
Oh,
I thought you were just being kind.
Half your profession check results in gold pieces per week of dedicated work. So in 2 more days, I will have 6 gold.
Interesting.
And then in the meantime, when not doing that, she'll be helping out roundabout, doing various things.
Okay. Miyabe, what's Miyabe doing?
I think Miyabe, most of his time would be spent doing heavy lifting around the town, hauling like logs or other materials to repair damaged buildings back and forth.
Okay. Yep,
I don't
that's
think
definitely
he has
necessary.
anything else in mind, just kind of the manual labor to help people out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're just doing what you can to get the shops back open, and a lot of the island town houses suffered more damage than the mainland did, so they're trying to get those houses so they can be lived in again. So you're just helping out wherever you can, and it's been pretty much all hands on deck for most of the town. They're all pitching together and trying to get the town back up and running. They're used to storms here, but they're not used to storms of that magnitude. And all the while you guys are working on these things for the 2 days, there's still some rain that blows through, some drizzle, some mist that comes in off the water. But all the while, you can still see this black churning mass out in the distance in the ocean. It doesn't appear to be getting any closer, but it's just constantly out there, just churning, swirling like a distant hurricane. And on the second day, actually no, it would be on the third day, you all get up and you go out about your business, and wherever you are, you will be approached by the sheriff or someone who is looking for you on behalf of the sheriff. And you'll receive these summons to meet her at the stone hall. And as you approach, she'll say to you, I just got word from Count Narcissus that the council will be meeting in an hour. So if you wouldn't mind coming with me, he wants to hear your tale of what you saw at Fort Breakthrough. And also we're going to discuss some of the things that have been happening here at town the past few days. I don't know if you all have time to come now, but he is requesting your presence.
Are we being asked like individually, or are we all for some reason together when we're all being asked?
Well, she sent out people to gather you to meet at the stone hall, and then when you guys gathered at the stone hall, now she's saying this to you. Yeah. So you're all together now.
Yeah, I can go now. I got nothing else going on.
Great. So you can accompany me. We will go up to the count's house on the hill. So you begin walking through town, and she'll just kind of make small talk, but she'll also say, some of the people who are going to be at this council meeting include Boldra, who is a person of great importance financially in the town. Of course, myself, and then the count's financial advisor, Hamsagad. She is someone who works very closely with Count Narcissus. She actually has explored out in the terrain a bit, but her expedition, well, let's just say they didn't make it back, save for her. So the Count likes to keep her around to pick her brain on what's out there. I will warn you, be a little careful of what you say around her. There are rumors around town. Nothing that I can confirm or deny. But there are some people who say she might have some connection to some organization called the Aspis Consortium. I do not know much about this organization, but from what I gather, it does not seem to be very reputable. So just watch what you say. She is a very charismatic individual, but she will take any information that you give her and use it for her own means.
Oh,
And
that's
of course-
Can we try any kind of knowledge to know more about that consortium?
Yeah, sure. So I think that might be a knowledge local
I guess.
Okay.
check.
boy. I turn to the group and I think I would spill the beans. I think if anybody talks, it should be Miyabi because he is a man of few words. He would talk less.
Yeah, I doubt Aluna would actually have too much insight of this, but maybe she's heard rumors in her pre-travels to now. Nope, not so much.
Yeah, so Abner rolled a 24 knowledge local and Aluna rolled a 9. So Abner, this actually fits because you come from Absalom, and I assume you've been to the material Absalom,
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So you've been to and Kermit with a 19.
Forgot
You would know
I
a
had
little
that
bit
at
about
level
this
2.
as well.
Yeah.
So the Aspis Consortium has its feelers in many cities in Galarian. And its front is that it's a trade organization based out of Cheliax. But pretty much anywhere there is valuable information, places of interest, you'll find the Aspis Consortium is there. There's not a whole lot of information given in the module about them. I think they kind of expect that you, as players, might already know about them. But they do have a bit of an unscrupulous reputation. They basically only care about money and gold and amassing wealth. So they will do whatever they need to. They will resort to thievery, in some cases, murder. They just don't have a good public perception.
Speaking of, they're from Cheliax, and I forget, do they have any official ties to the Chelaxian government? Or do they
I'm
operate
not
independently?
I don't think
Or-
your knowledge local check was high enough to know that.
That's true.
This is Josh Allen asking. Aluna doesn't know. I can't remember. We haven't had too many adventures in Cheliax or near there or involving it. Very cool place. Lots of demon worship, devil worship, or whatever it is. I can't remember.
Yeah, so actually it does look like
I think
they
do.
have connections to the government of Imperial Cheliax.
Yeah.
They use that to secure trade deals with all of the Chelaxian colonies, and they've just kind of spread out from there. Their goals listed here on the wiki page is financing ventures through acquiring resources and exotic goods, and through consulting. They care about maximizing profits and securing capital.
Yeah, and they have like a mutually beneficial relationship with, like they said, the Imperial government of Cheliax. So sometimes Cheliax will task them with going places and doing things that benefit the government, and likewise, there's money to be made.
Yeah, so it lists here that some of their known interests and operations are in with ancient Aslant. They're very interested in recovering artifacts from the Lost Continent. They go up to the Crown of the World looking for opportunities in distant Galarian. They're in the Darklands. They're in Katapesh, in Jalmaray, the Mwangi Expanse, Numeria, Osirian, Varizia, Vudra. They're pretty much all over Galarian. There are
That's pretty much out from the Crown of the World to the Mwangi Expanse. That's
Yeah.
the Inner Sea region. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole charted known world of Galarian.
Sounds like my kind of people.
Yeah, and while it doesn't necessarily, being a member of the Aspis Consortium doesn't automatically make you a bad person, the overall reputation is not great.
As opposed to the
And-
Pathfinder Society, another very large popular
Yeah.
organization.
Yeah. So, when she says that, Abner and Kermit, you both are from areas outside of the Mwangi Expanse, so you've heard a few things, even from your distant homelands.
We know a thing or two
and-
because we've seen a thing or two.
So that name kind of strikes a chord in your heart, whether you have favorable opinion of it or not. You've heard of it at least. And again, she'll say that it's just rumors. She doesn't have anything to prove that the rumors are true or that they're false. But from what she's heard and her own experiences with this woman, she knows just to be a little careful about what you say. And then she'll go on to say, oh, go ahead, Josh.
No, it's just a quick question for Justin, but it can come after all of this.
Okay. She'll just finish out by saying, you also know Boldra. I know you have had some dealings with her as well. She will be there. And of course, the Count himself. So I hear this is going to be pretty informal. Feel free to share whatever you wish to. The Count is a very easy man to get along with, so I don't anticipate any problems.
Okay. Justin, my question now. I know you're a fletchling, and we as a party know you're a fletchling, but I forget. Has that come up at all? Or your appearance is kind of human-esque in the picture. I forget the description of what you look like.
Yeah, I mean, everything would be fairly human-esque, except maybe his eyes.
Right. So, unless
Would be
somebody...
a little glowy.
I don't know compared to like other alternate races how well fletchlings are able to hide their true nature.
So I had him as like having like kind of glowy eyes because that's what they have, and like I had it as he was gonna have dark skin, but like it was gonna be kind of gray, not so much black, but more like
Ashen.
just dull. Exactly, ashen, just real dull gray.
Okay, so it's not unobvious.
No.
Yeah.
Is his skin translucent at all? Like you can see the veins and things in his arms more readily than you would a normal person, or do you envision him just
No.
the color being a little
Just
grayer?
the color being muted.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's like a mute brown, like a really mute brown, almost gray.
I only
Okay.
asked because it might be a plot point, and there is some racism against fetchlings. I mean, their name is literally a racial slur, a fetchling. So, I was just curious.
Okay. So you make your way to the gate that leads into the Count's estate. There are guards that man the gate, and seeing the sheriff, they'll let you in. And you come to the front door, and the sheriff will knock, and an older man will answer the door, and upon seeing the sheriff, will exchange pleasantries, and then lead you into this house. And it's a very nice house. I envision it being like if you've played Assassin's Creed Black Flag on one of the islands that you go to. It's kind of your home base. There's a big like abandoned manor, and just think of a nicer version of that. This man will lead you through the house and actually to the back, where there is a room that has open windows but has like curtains pulled down, so like sheer curtains, so the wind, the breeze can blow through, and it's almost like you're outside, but you've got a roof over your head. And there is a table set up in this room, and you can see there is a man sitting at the table who looks like, let me get to my handouts, Lethar Narcissus. So he looks like that.
Ooh, very nice.
Not exactly what I expected.
I like it. I like it.
I expected
Yep.
something more nefarious, but alright.
So that is Lethar Narcissus. You can
Easy
see
to
Baldra
assassinate.
sitting there. So Baldra, the lady who runs the counting house of Abadar, she is there as well. And there's another woman who is sitting there.
His look is hilariously modern almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look kind of modern.
Like especially it's the beard. It's the somewhat trimmed beard with the hair that makes it look real modern.
And then that is Hamsagad.
Also envisioned that she would be more nefarious looking.
She had a poisoned weapon?
Let me see.
Nothing nefarious ever comes from anybody who coats their weapons in lethal poisons.
Lethal poison.
Oh, that's not poison. That's just
goop.
That's just blood from the other Gripply.
the only thing that I can say. Think of
we
was,
scared.
That's not poison. No.
you see her head mounted on the wall.
Yeah.
That would be really dark. We're not gonna go there.
Any darker than things she's already done, but anyway.
That's accurate. As you enter, Lethar will stand up and he'll say, "Welcome, welcome, my friends, to my home." And he kind of claps his hands together. "I've been very anxious to hear from you. Your names have been spread throughout town and have made it their way up here, and Baldras has been singing your praises of how you rescued the town and saved the sheriff's life, and I must say, you are quite the unique group of individuals." And he like shoots a glance at Miyabe, and his eyes kind of get big, and then he looks at Kermit, and his brow furrows. And anyway, come, please sit. We're just getting started. Can I get you anything to drink or eat? Tea, coffee?
Kermit has like a stupid, huge grin on his face because he only ever wants to be appreciated and talked about. And if the word is spreading about him, things are going well so far. So, oh boy, you know about me. Yeah, I'll take some tea and some fruit if you have any of that, please.
Oh, absolutely. Anyone else interest you in some beverages?
No, thank you.
Aluna just shakes her head.
Okay, all right. Please have a seat, and he'll motion to the man that had led you in, who will disappear. And after a few minutes, he'll come back with a bowl of fresh papaya that has been cut up in a steaming mug of tea that he will give to Kermit. Lethar will beckon you to sit at the table and clap his hands together and say, "Well, now that we are all here, I'm anxious to hear news from the fort. The sheriff informed me once you left that you were going to get information about what's going on there, and I'm very curious to hear your report."
Kermit's eating, drinking, so he's not talking.
Real quick, as players, let's just go over the events as transpired. At the fort, we found everyone dead and attacked. We have reason to suspect it was the lizard folk, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were trying to frame the halflings, one of which we did find.
And saved.
Others we found dead. And we found one Gripply who seems to be fairly uninvolved.
Mm-hmm. And then our suspicions about the lizard folk were more accurately confirmed, or at least solidified, when we found lizard folk approaching on that one wall, creating the storm, evidently.
Yeah, the barricade that we found, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's been, because we captured the one, she's in the barracks or something right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
Is there any reason to keep any of that hidden, according to you guys?
I mean, honestly, to me, as a player, I don't really think there's much to hide about the lizard folk. I mean, we literally have one bound and gagged in a jail cell. Anybody could probably figure that out. So I think that that's not really, you know what I mean?
I agree. So I think that we literally just relay everything. Aluna will do her best as accurately as possible, and she'll basically say to the rest of the party to like correct her when she makes mistakes and try to be as truthful.
Never once does Miyabe try to correct her.
But yeah, so we'll do it that way, I think.
Okay. And he sits there with his fingers crossed and his chin resting on his hands, listening very intently. And he'll nod as you say things, and his expression is very intense. And as you finish, he will sit back in his chair and say, This is quite concerning to me. I I guess I did not expect to hear of lizard folk and halflings that would be at the fort. I assumed it would be some sort of creature, dinosaur perhaps, maybe some other creature native to this area, but I did not expect a full-on attack from the lizard folk. That's very curious indeed. And you have no information on where they came from, where the tribe is, where they're coming from?
No. We only know the location of the halflings. Actually, we don't know the location of that. We just know the name of the place. We don't know where it is, I don't think.
Correct. I'll take out
Congo lands.
I'll take
Where
out
is it?
handout 1, and we'll hand it to him.
Do you tell him that? Here's handout 1.
Yeah, I say here's handout 1. This is what was used to frame the Kashil, right? Kashil tribe. Yeah.
Kashil.
And she'll hand it over, and let him read it. Which it says, "We no longer let humans ruin river, leave Songo lands, or we kill again. Kashil tribe."
This is very interesting, and he'll pass the note around to the others. And I think this is the first that the sheriff has seen the note as well.
We kept it hidden from her because she originally suspected that it was the halflings, but now that we've kind of vetted for them with more information and no longer just a hunch, Aluna feels like sheriff will understand why we were cautious to begin with, and will understand that we made a guess here and we panned out correct.
And is Mizuzi still in the town too?
Yes. Yeah, Mizuzi is still there.
Would we have brought him with us for this?
The sheriff would have cautioned against that because this was more of a private council.
Yeah.
We left him outside the window. You can see him peeking in.
He's like Pippin and Merry at the Council of Elrond. Standing behind a pillar. He'll hand the note to Hamza, who's sitting near him, and she'll read it over and kind of pass it on, and she'll say, "Well, I don't know why you're suddenly saying that's the halflings are off the hook for this. I'm not convinced that there's not something to do with them."
She saw the bodies that we killed over on the barricade, conceivably within these 4 days, right?
Hamza?
Or not Hamza. That was Hamza speaking? I thought it was the sheriff.
Yeah. No.
That's the evil lady.
Yeah, that I understand. Can I get a sense motive? Is she questioning us because she is just being cautious, or do I feel like there's a nefarious reason that she's doubting our testimony?
Roll a sense of motive.
Shall.
That takes 10 minutes of conversation.
We've been talking for 10 minutes-ish.
All right.
Over.
So with an 18, you're not really picking up anything. You really have no reason to think that there's anything nefarious going on.
Okay. Then she'll politely, double down and explain about the lizard folk that we've encountered and fought and killed.
Right. No, I'm not saying that the lizard folk are off the hook here, but I'm just wondering, what if they were conspiring with these halflings? What if there's some sort of joint venture that they've got going on here? I mean, if you really think about it, we're all intruders onto their homeland here. So what's to stop them from teaming up, allying against us?
I do not think that is the case. We met one of the Songo, a halfling who we rescued, and he had come there for help. I have a way of knowing things about people, and I did not sense anything bad in him.
Well, that's all well and good for you, but until I've met this halfling myself, I'm gonna keep a wary thought about these halflings.
Do you have some reason to dislike the halflings?
Well, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, it was the halflings that attacked my expedition when we went out.
Just an expedition, nothing specific about that.
Please, expound.
Well, we were out just exploring the land to see what was here. You know, eventually we'd like to expand the territories out. We need to know what's out there, sort of creatures we're dealing with. And we were out there one night, and it's hard to remember details. It was early in the morning, and I was just waking up, but we were attacked by them, and they drove us off. Most of us were killed. I was lucky.
Wow, how are you so lucky?
It's hard to say, my little frog friend.
Prefer amphibian.
Anyway,
I was gonna say that. Well, actually, he prefers amphibian, not
criminal.
frog.
Speak up and, well, not only did we meet a halfling, but we met another gripply such as myself who told us things about seeing halflings being carried off by lizard folk. And if you've ever chatted with her, the things she tells you, she kind of tells it to you straight in very creepy ways.
she gets a chuckle out of that. The Count will step in and he'll put his hands on the table and he'll say, well, there's really only one thing that I can think of to do, and I think I will lead an expedition to find out what's going on. And as soon as he says that, the sheriff and Hamster are both like, no, that's not gonna happen. He's like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be great. I've been itching to get out of these walls. I'm going stir crazy. And the sheriff's like, no, Letha, if I might, you are not the right man for this job. You need to leave this to more capable people, such as our friends here. And she'll glance around the table, and he'll sit down and kind of look sullen. Well, you do have a point there. Someone needs to go out. Someone needs to go out and figure out what's going on. We've got to get to the bottom of this lizard folk issue, and these halflings, I don't know what's going on here. We've never had problems like this before. I don't know why all of a sudden these things are happening.
Adela, am I still deputized?
Yes, Crimit, you're still deputized.
Kind of stands up. Well, as a deputy of this here settlement, I volunteer as tribute.
Well, I suppose it might be more prudent of us to act as envoys to these lizard folk rather than simply starting a armed conflict with them. Perhaps diplomacy may win the day.
Oh, right, yes, no, I'm not suggesting that you go out with any nefarious means. I'm simply saying we need to suss out what's happening. Why are they attacking the fort? Why are they supposedly attacking halflings? Are the halflings involved in this? Why were they on the barricade in the town? And there's just a lot going on that I don't really understand, and I think someone needs to go out and figure out so that this can be prevented from happening again.
Well, if you had to guess, what would you guess they're angry about? Is there anything that this town or your leadership has done that might have angered the lizard folk?
No, we have been very peaceful. We've kept to ourselves mostly. We set up the fort simply as a means to defend ourselves. We have people who have gone out and set up farmlands. I have
Why
not
might
heard
they say humans ruin the river? Why would they say that?
I really have no idea. We don't put anything in the river as far as I know.
And Luna will chime in. If we are to represent you, then we have to know, what are your goals? What do you aim to do here apart from colonize? Could you be doing anything that is polluting the river?
Not that I know of. My goal here is I want Pride and Hearth to be a place where hard work can secure any family, including my own family, land and legacy for generations. I'm not saying anything about taking over land that's already occupied. We're simply setting up in areas that have no ownership. If we find that they, have stake in some land, then we will simply find other land.
How long have they been here? Because I think the lizard folk and the halflings might have a lot of stake in this land.
Well, to my knowledge, the halflings are a roving band that make their way all over the continent, so I don't know if they necessarily have stake in any land. And we really haven't seen much of the lizard folk at all, so it's hard for me to know if we've taken over any of their land. They never sent any envoys to speak with us.
Has there ever been like an emissary or somebody like conversing between the halflings or the lizard folk from here, or vice versa?
Not that I know of. And Hamza...
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, Hamza will speak up and say, well, I think that someone needs to go speak with these halflings and demand answers. We need to know what's going on. If they wrote this note, if this is truly addressed from them, we've got to understand, what are we doing that's made them so angry? And if it's not them, did they do something to make the lizard folk frame them? And we're just caught in the middle of some feud between tribes? That's where I would start, to be honest.
You have some weird inclination towards blaming the halflings despite all evidence to the contrary.
I'm just saying, sometimes the smallest lead ends up being the right one. You can't leave anything out.
Well, I'll probably start by talking to the lizard folk that we have captured back in town.
Well, that's certainly a good place to start.
Jason typed in the chat, smallest lead because they are halfling.
Yeah, here comes Cribbit. Yeah, see what I tell you. Called it. Sniped them.
So Narcissus will speak up again and he'll say, well, if the four of you are willing to go out and figure out what's going on, and if there's some way that you can put an end to these storms and whatever is happening out there in the ocean, I will give you a substantial reward.
Yeah, we could do that. Hey, Abner, didn't you say you were good with the whole like storms and weather and such?
Yes, I am trained in the meteorological arts.
That's it. That's what you said.
Indeed. Now, this reward, what are we talking here? And he'll look at Baldra. I assume she's the payment lady.
Well, she'll just kind of gesture back to him, and the count will say, well, I can't give you an exact amount. I need to contact the Baron and Eladar and request the additional gold for the settlement, but I assure you it will be worth your while and your troubles. You could roll a diplomacy. Or what was the one you had? Was profession merchant or diplomacy? What was...
Yeah.
Was it mercantile?
It was the profession merchant.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll that. Okay. So with a 16, if you press him a little bit more, he'll say, well, I don't have confirmation from the Baron, but I could maybe up to 5,000 gold.
Each?
Oh.
Wow, that's great.
He ignores Cribbit.
Well, then I guess more to split amongst the remaining party.
I was off mic for a sec. What did he say? How much money?
He said you got 500.
Come on now. We're level 2, nearly 3. I know what about I should be expecting. Okay.
Yeah.
A person?
He said up to
Each?
5,000 gold. No, total.
What?
Perhaps your fine financial institution would be willing to give us more notes of credit ahead of time, a small amount in order to provision ourselves for this expedition.
He looks at Baldra, and Baldra smiles. Well, if we have the backing of the Count to sign off on the letters of credit, I'm sure that we could offer 500 gold each.
That sounds just fine. I was thinking perhaps 20%, so that works out just fine.
Well, I'm glad we could come to an accord. I should have known that a fellow follower of Abadar would have his wits about him in financial situations.
Oh, yeah, you are correct. Thank you, madam. Baldra loves Abner now. They're like BFFs. She's gonna give him free cleric services.
Oh,
Right.
oh. Don't say free. That's not kosher.
We gotta go to the assailant chick. We got her.
Clerics of Abadar come down like the U.S. against oil, start shooting everyone. Did you say free? Bang!
So the accountant will sit back and he'll kind of address everyone else and say, well, does anyone have any knowledge of where to start in an expedition like this? And Adela will speak up and she'll say, I don't know much about lizard folk themselves. I know that the tribe around here refers to themselves as the Maya-born, but I've only had rumors of their presence in the northern jungle. However, there was an expedition, a couple scouting expeditions that went out a few years ago that reported there were seasonal camps to the northwest. I recall them saying they were near some Golgon ruins. To the northeast as well, there was a bubbling tar pit or something, but they were never any further south than those two areas.
Sorry, was that lizard folk or halflings?
Lizard folk.
Lizard folk, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
What ruins did you say?
Golgon. So anyone that has knowledge local can roll on that.
You know, also we could go and we could talk to the lizard folk we have tied up, and we could also go talk to Butzuzi, and go to the place located in Handout 1.
Grimmett, that is a fantastic idea.
Thanks, Abner.
I'm pretty sure I know what Golgon refers to.
Yeah, so Aluna and Abner, you would be aware that Golgon is an ancient kingdom of Cyclops.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
I like Cyclops.
I don't want to fight a Cyclops. I'd really rather not.
Nothing like that. True
They
sight.
sound dangerous. Don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
You can't make me. I will
Hey, come
run
on,
away.
their touch AC's gotta be so low, Abner.
Yeah, their touch AC is gonna be very low. Yeah, that's true.
You'll never miss. You
Yeah.
don't even need precise shot. You'll hit every time.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, so basically she said that there were seasonal camps to the northwest near the Golgon ruins and to the northeast near a bubbling tar pit. But they've never come any further south than that, so they really haven't been spotted around this area.
Abner will ask, I'm vaguely familiar with those ruins. Have you folks heard rumor or seen or confirmed Cyclops within that area?
The Count will chime in. I don't believe so. As far as I'm aware, the ruins are ancient, long deserted, so I don't think there's anything to worry about with Cyclops. He kind of sweats. We have a bigger problem if there's Cyclops in the area. Am I right?
Well, your bill will certainly be higher if there is.
Well, I know there's not much to go on, but there is one other thing. If you were planning on going out, I don't know if you're familiar with the ship, the Cobalt Eye. several people have reported that the ship ran aground west of town during the storm. If possible, I don't know if you can search the ship for survivors, retrieve a copy of the ship's passenger list, so I can notify the families of those who may have perished.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any other quest you can give us that award XP? We will take it.
What's XP?
Don't worry about it.
Right. Well, this was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought I was going to have to pack my bags and head out into the jungle. But
You can still come if you want. Miyabi's good at protecting people, right, Miyabi? And he kind of elbows him.
I would do my best, but you do not look like you would last long.
Tell how it is. I love it.
Miyabi also just tells it to you straight.
That's what my perception and survival check were a while back. He was looking at the guy when he said he was going to go out to see if Miyabi had any idea, like, is this guy going to last more than a day?
yeah. So with that, basically, the meeting will come to a close if you don't have any other questions.
No, just gonna see if Abner is actually gonna successfully negotiate additional hazard pay should we encounter Cyclops.
I can RP that. I have no problem doing that.
Cyclops insurance.
Yeah, a Cyclops clause.
Well, I can't I can't necessarily guarantee hazard pay, but I do have some things for you for what you did in saving Pride and Hearth from the storms. So he'll gesture to that man again, who will come back, and he will bring you a total of 500 gold pieces, 2 potions, which he would tell you are potions of bark skin, caster level 3rd.
2
2.
potions of bark skin.
Yep, and so it's a 3rd caster level.
Level 3. Okay.
A +1 chain shirt.
Ooh. Shirt. Okay.
And 25 +1 crossbow bolts.
Ooh, alright.
Cross.
And he'll say, these were part of my father's hunting supplies. Obviously, he's not getting any use of them now, and I dare not venture out into the wilds on my own, so perhaps you will make better use of them than I would.
Nobody uses the crossbolts, right?
No.
I use spears.
Yeah, I also have thrown for my ranged, which also I think I'm out.
Miyabe throws the crossbow.
They're probably spears for my size character.
Oh. Javelins aren't one-time use. You can pick those up again, can't you? Yes,
I would think so.
I would think so. So I picked up a javelin.
In addition, should you promise to erect a permanent structure and live or run a business here for at least 2 years, I have a plot of land within the town walls that I'd be willing to give to you.
Is it this whole island up here?
No, it's not that island.
Is it this island?
No,
Is it this island?
Well, it better be at least
Oh.
this one.
It's this island.
it's
A little nugget of land.
it's like loosely in town walls. It's actually this one over here. So he would give that to you. The deed would only remain bound if you did erect a permanent structure and stay for at least 2 years.
Oh.
And we'll say that that is located. Do you want a beachfront property or something more inland?
Probably after the storm, maybe inland.
I mean, Abner wants to create a trade house here, so he'd want something near the docks or near a dock.
Yeah.
You better get hurricane insurance, my friend.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, so we would say you could have this little nugget right here.
That little open spot right there.
Now, is that given just to one of us or all 4 of us?
That's all 4 of you.
That's
So-
pretty cool,
I got
guys.
1/4 of that nugget.
You guys would buy a DLC to get that in Skyrim.
Yeah, right.
Which is really
Silly.
cool, actually.
Skyrim wasn't an EA game.
EA games.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Definitely not.
Um,
You have to pay for the pings.
For every ping. There's a nickel. There's a nickel.
And for those of you,
These charges on my credit card.
when he mentions the ship, the Cobalt Eye, you all would remember that one of your traveling companions, Umuzu, actually said that she was going to get passage on the Cobalt Eye and set out as a like a guard for a scouting expedition.
So
So.
she sabotaged it.
Clearly.
Perhaps.
Trust no one.
So how,
Pretty
Not even
obvious.
Kremet.
so how big is that chain shirt? Medium, right?
It's magical, so it would essentially.
it'll
It would-
resize.
It shrinks down.
It's not actually how that works.
I like to think that's how it works.
Only wondrous items resize.
So I need to take out
Oh,
a ton of
that's
the
true.
chain links, then I can melt it down into more bullets.
That's light armor, right?
Yeah.
Kremet's gonna make it into bullets.
I think that it would be technically better than what I have right now. Because
I can't wear it anyway, because it'd be like that scene from where Gimli throws the chain armor on and it drops down to his feet. That's exactly what it would look like for me.
You said +1 mithril, right? +1 mithril.
I did not
So
say
it lays.
mithril.
So it
No,
weighs.
that was
Did-
not in my notes.
Oh,
That's
Did
what
we
I
get
heard.
any, and I can't remember, I didn't jot it down, before this 500 gold, did we, as a party, get any other gold?
We got credit notes. Total, I have us at 642 party gold. Is what I have us at.
And then we each now have our individual 500.
Jace, I can't remember rules. Do I have to worry about the arcane spell failure chance? That's a shaman.
Yeah?
I don't think so.
I think you're a divine caster.
I think it's
so-
divine, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So yeah, then it is just a +1 to my AC, and nothing else changes. And it's,
Oh, he would also give you a bird feather token in case of emergencies.
plus it's light now, which is nice.
What is a bird feather token?
We had that in Iron Fang. It basically you can write a short message on it and send it to somebody. That's what Nayari used to give the message to Aiden when she was getting out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful scene, by the way. I still think about it from time to time. All right, so Miyabe, you can actually use it then. If you just have masterwork, it'll be a +1 for you all the same, right?
It would be a +2 for me.
Yeah, just take it. Because
Wait.
it doesn't change.
How would
my-
it fit him? I mean, if it's not going to fit me,
It just comes up.
it's the plague of the medium. It's like, what do you call those, like, for the girls wear, where it just, like, goes down to the belly and it's cut off? Like
Well, to be fair,
top.
it was originally fitted for a man, and maybe his father, a hunter, was actually a large man. That's possible.
Like 7 foot large.
7 foot.
Guys, did I ask you for your assistance?
Listen, it'd be like, yeah, I could totally wear Shaquille O'Neal's shoes. Like,
You
he's
could.
a man. I'm a man.
You
Clearly
could.
I can wear his shoes.
Sure, you could. Shaq would let you wear his shoes, no doubt.
I hope Shaq listens to this podcast and sends you his shoes.
That would be so amazing.
I have seen his shoes at the Smithsonian.
Oh,
They're at the
really?
Imagine being so cool that your shoes are in the Smithsonian Museum. Oh
Yeah,
my
one of his-
gosh.
One of his shoes, that thing was massive. It was huge.
Yeah. I would imagine.
So we also have a brooch of shielding, guys. Did anybody want that brooch of shielding?
Oh, those are actually really helpful. That gives you it absorbs the things, right?
Yeah, magic missile.
And it's otherwise, is it a +1 bonus? The function? Can't remember.
No.
No, it's
I
No.
don't think there's any passive effect. It just eats magic missiles.
no, then it doesn't
Yes.
matter so much.
Yeah.
What shirt is magical?
The chain shirt.
No, we should give that to Miyabe.
She'll
Because if
just,
you tell him he can hold onto that brooch that will protect him against magic, you know darn well he's gonna hold that puppy.
she'll
That is
just
true.
she'll just say that it's very well made, and then if Miyabe ever does find out that it's strongly magical, she'll say it's the ancestors protecting him.
Here, Miyabe, take this magic thing that will protect you from magic.
No, I do love the scenario where they're like, he doesn't trust other sources of magic, but Haluna has some understanding about others. Not a ton, but she understands the difference between arcane and divine, you know? And I just think it's funny that...
We're just lying to him all the time.
A white lie here and there.
Right?
Okay, so you guys get all of your things from Lethar, and the sheriff will walk out with you, and as you're walking back to town, she'll pipe in and say, listen, I hate to ask you of this since I know you already have things that you're going to be doing out there, but...
Somebody have a piece of paper is writing all this down. You know what? Luna might even say that in character. That's kind of funny.
I have a cousin who lives out on a plantation along the marsh northeast of town. His name is Jahari, and I'm nervous. I haven't heard from him. I don't know if he fared through the storm. I can go out and see him myself. That's not a problem. But if you're going that way and you find his house and you can just check in on him and make sure that he's all right, maybe tell him that I'll be on my way in a couple of days to bring him some supplies. I would appreciate any sort of help that you can give me.
Do we have a map of like the area, Sarah?
You saw the map.
I don't know if like,
Justin,
they have a map.
like,
that they
after
can give
you've
us.
already done the side quest before starting it, you click it, you instantly have completed it. Can you please fetch me 6 berries? Boom, here you are. Next quest.
Could you check on my cousin? He's dead. He's dead, okay? He's already dead. We know this. He's
Right?
dead.
You would come back and report immediately. Oh, he's dead. Oh no,
He's dead.
gosh, my
Oh,
cousin.
no.
Right? It's like next quest.
Next quest. Give me the XP. Let's move on.
Listen, I don't have to give you guys these quests.
I'm kidding.
We can
We're
just
not
see
gonna
how you
speed
level.
run, all right, Sarah?
Totally
Come
fine.
on, we're not gonna speed run.
Totally fine.
Oh, I'm a completionist. Give them all to me. I can just tell you that main quest.
Well,
Just like
it's gonna take a
Fallout
while.
4. Who's Sean? I don't even know anymore. I'm just
gonna
doing
take a
quests.
while.
Sarah,
Good
could
thing
we
I have
find a buyer for the crossbow boats? By the way,
Yeah. If you went back to
And the
probably
brooch
your
of
best bet
shielding.
would be what's his name? The blacksmith guy.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a hard one to pronounce.
What?
I don't even know how to say what you just said.
Oh.
Vithorn.
Vithorn.
Vithorn Velgar. Oh yes, he has a crossbow, a beautiful one. He even tried to give it to Abner.
That's right.
Just take my gun and
Oh yes, let's go visit him again, please, please.
Yeah.
Keep your gun in your holster, my friend.
right?
Yeah. What was his name? Vethorn something.
Vithorn Valgardson.
Yes, the Valgardson. Okay.
Valgardson.
Yeah. So he would purchase those off of you for half value.
Half value of
Which-
+1s is gonna come out to at least a gold apiece, probably more.
You'll have to figure that one out.
Jace will
do
figure
the
it out.
math on that.
And then the only other things we want to sell are the Masterwork Studded Leather and the brooch.
Okay. He
Wait,
would take.
Oh. Yeah, never mind.
He would take the leather armor as well, the studded leather armor.
And we could negotiate half price for it. Beautiful.
Yeah. The brooch would probably be. Oh, who would that be? Let me see if there's a magic person. I don't know if it would be Miria. She's just the.
Isn't there like an emporium or something like that?
Yeah,
Or,
she's the Oyen Emporium.
yeah.
She would probably take it.
It's the old crazy lady, right?
Yeah.
We need to go to find those halflings now and maybe find some gear because everything you guys are trading is too big for me. I need to find some small creatures here. You find some small armor.
We'll put you in lizard folk skin.
That is one aspect about playing a small character that doesn't come up as often as it should. Everything is not sized for you.
Right.
I guess you guys gotta give me all the Wondrous gear, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Jason is taking some time to
And,
figure out the total amount of gold that we will successfully pawn off. We didn't have any other items that we had to find a seller for, right, guys?
I think so.
Okay, beautiful.
So we're doing half for the shield of broaching.
It's gonna
Is that right?
it's gonna turn out half, yeah.
The shield of broaching.
The brooch.
Broaching of shield.
Still not right.
Brooch of shield.
Of brooch shield.
A bird in the hand rather than a bird in the bush.
The
is
ear-
what-
Roach in the bush.
It's like a
The ing of shield brooch.
That is my favorite thing ever. I just want to quote that to everybody. So good.
But half for
Okay,
selling
so-
it. So between everyone, we get 5, 7. Yes, okay. I made it to a wand. That's all I care about. Luna will buy the wand and then give the rest of the money to the poor or Miyabe.
Yeah, was gonna give all his money to the party. He's got nothing that he's gonna.
Yeah.
Did you say give it to the poor or Miyabe?
Yeah. Or the party.
It's fine. It's fine. You guys are selling stuff that was given to all of us, but it's cool.
No,
all the money.
with my portion of it, because I made it to 750
Oh.
with the credit, my portion of our sold goods and my cut of it. I make it to 750 plus a little bit that I don't care about. I just wanted to.
What was our party gold again? Up to Justin, you had locked.
We are currently is the 576 the party gold?
That's that would all. I was doing it so it all goes to party gold.
Okay.
Also, the studded leather, I was going all to party gold. Anything that I was selling, I was just going to go straight to party gold.
So give me just 1 second here.
And then you can
'Cause
divide that by 4.
Josh has taken his, 576 plus 46 divided by 4. So each of us would get 155 additional gold.
Yes.
On top of our 500, and then you had how much prior to?
632 is the party gold. Or 642.
Well,
is
we
the
also
party.
got 500 from him too, so we got 125 from that.
Yes.
Sweet,
So-
that's another 160.5.
Yeah, so 275 plus the 500, correct?
Yes.
So I take 750 of that. I have 25 gold pieces left, and yeah,
Yeah, that should generally be about where everybody's at. So if you're not at around 750, you probably haven't done your math right.
because I already gave away all the rest of my money except for 8 copper pieces and whatever I've earned in 14.
And do we want to go ahead and split the party gold?
Oh, I was doing that. Or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And then whatever's left, we can just throw back in there.
So yeah, it was 160 additional. Yeah.
Got it. Ooh, I know what I'm doing. How long are we going to stay here? We're heading out right now.
You said 160 additional. What's that from?
That's from the party gold.
So after the 275, there's a 160 additional on top of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. For the party gold. So now the party gold is gone.
Right.
Brooch of Shielding is gone. We have 1 Cure Light Wounds potion, just so everybody's aware of party inventory. 2 bottles of Anti-Plague, 2 bottles of Antitoxin, 4 bottles of Blood Block, 2 Sun Rods, 2 potions of Bark Skin, caster level 3. The crossbow bolts are gone. 1 Bird Feather token and 1 Cure Light Wounds.
I was gonna vouch for 1, but honestly, we should probably give both of the bark skins to Miyabe. I think because he's the
Makes sense.
only frontline fighter.
Yep. So Miyabe, are you taking those 2?
An argument could be made that he could have one, and then maybe the other could go to Crimit, because Crimit is somewhat close as well.
Yeah, he does have to get in range because he has to be within his first range increment.
Say anything, but thank you, Miyabi. I appreciate you looking out for someone else.
That's
Okay, so
literally
And
his
also,
entire
they wouldn't
character.
drink the bark skin anyways.
Yeah.
So you might
Well,
as well
worst
just-
case, I can hold on to the bark skin. If I
Yeah.
need to use it, I can. If you
Yep.
use it and you need it, then I can just give it to you. But at least
Or
I
what I'm
have.
saying is Miyabe wouldn't drink a
A
potion,
potion.
of bark skin.
Right.
Well, actually, if you guys give him one, me one, I'm gonna whisper to Miyabe that that's magical, and then he'll give it to me. Then I'll have 2.
Okay, Krimit's taking both the potions of Bark Skin.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna happen. I love how you said
Wrong and short of that.
Man, Jason's character
I had a
is
short talk.
literally all giving away everything to when you said I don't think
Yeah.
he would do that. No, that's literally his whole shtick.
The only thing that I still had, Sarah, was is there alchemical components within this town that I could use to make gunpowder?
Yeah, so Harry Lightfoot, was that her name? Lightfoot?
Yes.
She
Harry
runs, yeah, Harryfoot. She runs the alchemical shop. So she would have herbs and things that she would have gotten mostly from you guys bringing back from the fort. And also the past couple of days she's been going out to try to beef up her supply. So she would have some things that you could use to probably make that.
Quick
What's the
question,
cost on
Sarah.
that? I don't remember.
We can go with the same cost that it was for the metal, just to make it easier. So I think it was like 1 pound was it 1 pound was a gold or something?
Yeah, let me look here. Gunpowder.
House rule question. Technically, a profession check, by the way, Sarah, represents a week of work, but I had 4 days. Can I get what I got divided by 2 since I've worked 4 of 7 days and just get 3 gold?
Yeah, that's fine.
Beautiful.
You mean divide twice?
Divide twice. 12 divided by 2 divided by 2. Get 3.
Yeah.
So how
yep.
And I'm rounding
how much
down.
gold are you buying? Or metal, Justin?
Huh?
How much
if
metal
we-
are you buying to make gunpowder?
If we go by the cost of the metal, then it is let's see.
And I failed to make another sting check, so I still just have an empty skull.
Okay.
It doesn't say how much it was. How much was that? It was like 1 pound of lead.
Yeah, so I thought it was under here. Okay, here we go.
Oh, fabricate
Um,
bullets. No, that's not it.
Yeah, so it says
1 pound of lead or soft leather worth 2 gold pieces. So
well,
was
but it
2
says
gold
here that 1 dose of black powder is 10 gold.
Yeah.
And your trait allows you to do that for 1/10, so it would be like 1 dose is 1 gold.
1 dose is 1 gold. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I think if in effect you would almost just buy that much gold worth of lead, however it works out, and then that's how you can turn into that much
Yeah.
powder.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll say that each dose of your powder will be a gold.
So was
But
I
we're raising-
successful in procuring a wand of cure light wounds?
Yeah. We'll say just to make it easy
Beautiful.
that you could get that.
All right.
I bought Sarah 12 forms of for gunpowder for me too.
Okay, 12 doses.
12 doses, so I just spent
Gunpowder?
12 gold. Yeah.
Okay.
Poor,
And then Miyabe
poor gunslingers having to spend all of their money on consumables.
Basically.
Wait, but then there goes
Uh,
Jace just buying 10 alchemist fire.
10 alchemist fire for 200 gold, a shovel for 2 gold. He's planning on burying some bodies or something.
Yeah, right? I don't like where he's headed.
He purchases a tent, a collapsible bathtub.
The essentials.
The
luxury.
essentials. So we'll say that you take the rest of this day to do your shopping and sell your items, buy your items that you want. You don't have to leave right away, so it's up to you as to when you want to set out.
Well, if we're gonna be spending the whole day here, then there's actually something else I want to do. I want
Okay.
to for 8 hours of said day.
Okay, Kermit, what did you want to do?
So as a gunslinger, I can restore my initial weapon. So for 300 gold and 1 day's worth of work, I can upgrade my gun to masterwork.
Okay.
So if I'm going to have feasibly 8 hours for crafting, if we're not going to do anything for the whole day, I'm just going to take my money, buy the supplies, quote unquote, to upgrade that then.
Okay, so we'll say that for the second half of the day, Kermit is holed up in his room working on his gun. Abner wants to go talk to the lizard folk lady that's in the barracks. Miyabe or Aluna, are you going with him or are you doing other things?
Yeah, but he's not gonna interrogate anybody.
Yeah.
Like it's funny. Like you could have him be there as like muscle to intimidate, but because intimidate's also charisma, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
So, no, Miyabe wouldn't be bothering with the intelligence gathering.
No, I'm also just shopping around with Miyabe. I got to pick up some random, adventuring gear. I got to get trail rations. I got to get a couple of potions, some alchemical items. I don't know, some stuff.
Okay. All right. So Abner, we will cut to you going to the barracks. When you go in, you can see that the barracks didn't sustain that much damage, so it's still pretty much intact. Going inside, they have 2 holding cells. One is occupied by this lizard folk who is awake and is still covered in blood, hasn't had a chance to wash up for the past couple of days. The smell is awful. It's like mud and grime, and it's not pleasant. There are 3 guards in there standing watch, and you can tell that they're very uncomfortable. And they see you come in, and they get a look of relief, and the one will say, "Oh, yes, thank you. Are you here to relieve us? Please say you are."
No. I'm just here to talk to the lizard person there.
Okay. Well, good luck. She's not really in a talking mood.
Well, do you speak lizard folk?
No, but she
Well,
has
then
said
she probably wouldn't talk to you.
Well, she's said plenty to us in some language.
Well, all right then. And Abner will go up to the I don't know, is she in a cell? I don't know.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
in a cell.
Up towards the bars of the cell.
Okay.
Is she awake or no?
She is.
Hello there.
She scowls at you.
Not in a talkative mood?
Not with your kind.
What do you mean, my kind?
You know very well what I'm talking about.
I really don't. I'm not from around here, so I'm not really sure what you mean by my kind.
Your kind, the ones that live in this filthy town.
I don't live in this town.
Then why are you here?
I'm looking for a way to make money.
Well, good for you.
What were you doing here?
Looking for a way to make money.
Oh, did you find one that you could share?
Not with you.
You really are a rather hostile individual.
Well, I'm the one in the cell, aren't I? So am I really the hostile one here?
Well, we did find you over the unconscious body of the local sheriff, working some kind of magic ritual, seemingly to destroy this town using the weather. Is that about the sum of it?
Oh, you mistake us. We found your precious sheriff's body. We didn't kill her.
Well, I seem to remember that upon our arrival you shouted, "Kill them!"
That's right, I did say that, didn't I?
You did indeed. So your actions were certainly nefarious at the very best. So why don't we skip the pleasantries and go ahead and just tell me what you had hoped to achieve?
No, why would I do something like that?
Well, otherwise you can rot and die in this cell.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna rot and die in this cell regardless of what I tell you.
Well, I have negotiated that if you're willing to speak with us, that we could probably set you free or move you to better accommodations. And then can I roll a bluff check?
Yeah, certainly. Don't know if...
She can roll that.
Yeah, let's see. Don't make me laugh. I can see right through your little farce.
Well, you can't blame me for trying, but at the same token, you should cooperate to some degree. I would be willing to negotiate on your behalf, should you be willing to share some information.
It doesn't really matter what I share. All I need to do is buy some time, and then it won't matter.
Buy some time, you say? How much time?
I don't know exactly. But the whole goal here was to stall.
To stall? Well, I mean, while we're discussing this, what were you stalling for? Is there a greater plan in place?
There certainly is. One that you will not be able to stop.
We stopped you?
I'm not that powerful. Not compared to him.
Him? Him who?
I guess it doesn't hurt to give you a name. His name is Darathek.
Darathek? Well, that sounds like quite the nefarious individual. What is his role in all this?
No, you really think I'm going to tell you that?
Well, here's how I see it. We are being tasked with an expedition to find out your lizard folk home, to try and understand how we might open a negotiation. What better way than to start it here and today?
You seem to assume that we want to negotiate with your kind.
Well, it sounds like you have a grievance against my kind. Would you at least elaborate on what that grievance might be?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the fact that you showed up here one day and started building your buildings and polluting the river.
Well, certainly colonization is a unfortunate side effect of commercial growth. When you say polluting the river, how is the river polluted?
Oh, you put your bodies in it and it becomes polluted.
Put our bodies in it? Do you mean bathing?
Also, that's putting it lightly about the whole colonization thing. An unfortunate
Well,
byproduct
listen,
of progress.
all right, listen.
Listen, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to get anywhere with you. Talking never accomplished anything. So I'm just going to sit here and keep my mouth shut. And I'm going to wait for Darthik to do what he's going to do. And then at the end of the day, it won't matter. And if you kill me, my death will only serve for a greater purpose.
Well, I don't want to kill you. If I wanted to kill you, I would have killed you back at the barricade. I wanted to talk to you and try and come to an understanding. Can you agree with that?
No.
Well, then I guess we are at an impasse.
I guess we are.
And Abner will leave. Not much
Okay.
else he can do.
And the guards, as you leave, are like, no, don't. Oh, okay.
You're being paid, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
but
walk
it's
away.
just okay.
Then stop your belly aching.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Just defeat it. Okay.
Okay, so if there's nothing else that you collectively wanted to do, we'll say that this day comes to a close with all of the different things that you guys did, the shopping and whatnot. And the next morning will come, and at that point you are free to do as you will.
I go to show Abner the upgrades that I made on my weapon, because that's cool.
Hello, Krimet.
Abner, you should see what I did with my pistol here. I was able to take some of the money that we got.
Huh. Well, it appears as though the desktop audio is dead. Oh, everyone's dead. Good. So it's not just me.
Anybody here? Anybody?
Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
There we go. Sorry, there must have been a blip in Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw it said endpoint connecting.
that's gonna be really funny when you're
Always
listening
say
back.
Discord sucks. I always say it.
I
Well, this is not relevant to Pathfinder, but I did read that Microsoft is trying to buy Discord.
I
so
saw that too.
we'll see what becomes of that. Anyway,
Hopefully not a
5
repeat.
easy payments of $19.99.
Yeah, hopefully not a repeat of Skype, and hopefully this forever free service is no longer something you have to pay for. That's all that matters to me.
yeah.
So I'm not sure where we left off before.
You were telling me about your upgrades. The last thing I heard was I had the money, so use some of the money to make upgrades, and then it cut out.
Yeah, so I used some of the money that we got yesterday to buy some materials, and I was able to upgrade my weapon, and now it's better. He shows you it only went up to masterwork, so it probably just looks a little bit better put together, but it's still not, super pristine just yet.
Well, that is certainly the improvement, my little amphibious friend. Good work. I have not taken the time to tinker with my firearm too much as of yet, but I see that you are mastering this skill quite quickly.
Thanks. If you ever have the money and the resources, I could maybe help you. I'm kind of a bigwig engineer back where I'm from.
Absolutely. I will take you up on that offer sometime in the near future.
Okay. Did you end up talking to that lizard person?
I did. It wasn't very enlightening. She is rather ornery right now, choosing not to give too much information. She gave me the name, which, much like the fort, I can't remember. And Abner relays that name, not remembering what it is. Yeah, if you can type it in, that'd be cool. There we go.
Daruthek?
Daruthek. Is that right? Daruthek?
Dorothek.
Dummy thick. Daruthek. Her name is his name is Daruthek. He seems to be some kind of leader of their organization, of their group, of their cabal, if you will. And they seem to be rather upset about the humans bathing in their river, as far as I can tell.
Oh. Well, that's weird. Didn't the letter we found from the Kashal tribe talk about how they were mad about people being in the rivers too?
It did. It said that they wouldn't allow them to ruin the river, but I thought our prevailing theory was that the lizard folk forged that letter, so it could easily be the same reasons.
That or halflings just really hate humans bathing in the river. Kind of makes me glad I'm a Gripply at times.
Indeed. Indubitably.
Well, I guess we better find out what everybody else is doing. I got so gung-ho about trying to tell everybody I wanted to help, I realized that I speak no native languages for either the halfling or the lizard folk, so... Helpful Gripply, here I am.
Well, we will certainly deal with that when it comes about. And, I guess, yeah, we'll go find Miyabe and Aluna, and he'll kind of relate the same information to them. That the only question I have is, what should we do with that lizard folk person?
I don't know.
Is it really our responsibility to deal with her?
Those are, normally I try to ask people like Miyabe and Aluna and you for helpful tips. I kind of would maybe defer to Aluna's star wisdom.
Well, I don't know if we have any jurisdiction for criminal justice within this town. We're deputies, but I don't know about the criminal justice system.
Well, as far as I was concerned, I was at the cream of the crop of, the jurisdiction of this town.
Okay, so Crimit's running around going, I am the law, Judge Dredd style.
I will
That's what I
say,
was
Aluna will say that she doesn't necessarily trust the larger council and government in place here in Hearth, but she does trust the sheriff to handle things correctly. And so that's how she'll advise. And just leave them.
That lizard folk's getting executed.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
Lizard folk's definitely getting executed.
Probably getting hung in a public square. And probably at the end of this, when we realize we really are, like we always knew from the very beginning, the true bad guys.
Being hung in the middle of the, the town, and everybody's looking all somber as Luis in the background. Yeah!
I swear to God, what we're gonna find out is that there's like been some not just like typical colonization stuff. There's been some nefarious plot afoot since the beginning.
Oh.
Right?
I'm feeling some industrial pollution.
Absolutely.
More than just people bathing in the river.
100%. Something related to the production of the thing that helps us be down here and not get sick. That's my yes. And then we are going to realize we are in the wrong, but we're going to be presented with the moral conundrum. They need this or all of these people will get sick and die, and everyone in town isn't to be blamed for, you know, the pollution that they were unprivy to. However, the local people are right and have been incredibly wronged, and we're going to be stuck with what do we do? Who do we fight? How do we resolve this? And it's going to be the moral conundrum of deciding between those two. That's Josh Allen's prediction for the end of this module.
Execute the count. Got it. Let's do this.
I too side with the locals and think we go for a genocide run and just kill everyone in town. You're here, so you're at fault. Boom! Everyone's dead.
I saw a bunch of chat. Did we determine how much is a Cure Light Wounds potion?
50 gold.
50 GP.
50 GP. Okie dokie.
Does she have any more of those in stock?
Yeah. Are there more of those available or no?
I'd say because it's been a couple of days, she's got 2 more in stock.
Jason bought 1. Miyabe did.
I did buy 1.
But
And you said you had 2 in the party inventory?
We had 1. So Miyabe has 1 and then the party has 1.
I did really well with spending my money. I got down to 5 gold pieces. Is there anything that costs 5 gold pieces I want? Then I'll be broke again.
Remit? Do you want to buy the last remaining potion?
Sure.
Okay. And I'll take the party inventory one.
Based on the last combat that I encountered, I need it.
Right.
As far as Miyabe is concerned, everything that he needs is taken care of. He's good to go whenever.
Same.
Oh, well, we certainly have to decide where we're going.
Did you buy trail rations, by the way, everybody?
I did. I bought a bedroll and I bought some trail rations.
Beautiful. Oh,
I was going to consider torches, but I have dark vision and I don't feel like being criticized by a certain somebody.
Well, you could have been helping the party, so...
What are they, tiny torches? What are you carrying, a matchstick?
Not on this character. I forget what they're called.
As you guys are out and about buying additional items today, everybody make a perception check.
I'm pretty good at perception.
No.
If it's about the weather, I'm a meteorologist, so like plus 25 at least.
Gets a 0.
Okay.
Plus 25 at least gets a 0.
So we have a 14 from Aluna, a 25 from Miyabe, a 0 for Abner, and a 25 for Krimit.
The funny thing about that is Miyabe rolled a natural 20 for the 25, and Abner rolled a natural 1 for the 0, but Krimit is somehow chilling with a 25. What did he roll? An 18? So he got a plus 7 to his perception. Not so bad. Not so bad.
do.
You're very perceptive.
So, I'll go with Miyabe. So Miyabe, while you're out and about, walking around town, you notice behind you there's a figure that has been following you, but trying to not make it noticeable. He is a younger fellow, maybe, late teens, early 20s. And he's trying to make it not noticeable, but he's not very successful.
Is Miyabe alone when he sees him?
Yes.
Okay. Miyabe immediately walks over in his direction. Just blatantly.
Okay.
He doesn't know how else to respond. If he's being followed, he's like, they must want to talk to me. So I'm going to go talk to them.
You're such a meme.
So he
It's
sees
like,
you,
I see nothing
sees you
suspicious.
coming, and he kind of looks up at you nervously, and he's like, hello, can I help you?
I do not know. It seemed that you were following me. I assumed that you wanted to ask me something.
Oh, you noticed that, did you? I was just working up the courage to talk to you because you're so big. I saw you around with your companions, and you look like a reliable fellow. I don't know if you might be able to help me with something that I have going on. You see, my name is Kanjo Aram. I was the apprentice of a cleric named Magdi Kukoyi, who went out on an expedition not too long ago and never came back. And, well, he was my only source of income. I didn't come here with anything, so I've been just sleeping out on the streets and picking up scraps when I can. But I also heard from around town and from your companions as they've been around shopping that you are planning on going out on an expedition yourself, and I was wondering if, if it's not too much trouble if you come across his expedition, or if you can find him and just let him know that I'm still here, waiting, penniless, nothing. I have nothing. If he could maybe just give you some coins to bring back, that would be great.
We will be going out soon. We will do what we can to find this man. In the meantime, and Miyabi will put a hand into his coin purse, and he's got no idea what the value of these coins, so he's just gonna go in and grab a handful. So I rolled 2d10 to see how many coins he ends up with, so he just kind of throws his hand in there and just hands this guy 14 gold pieces. He doesn't even count them, he just gives him a handful of these coin pieces.
Yeah.
He's just these should help you, I hope.
14 gold pieces, and it's probably a handful of a platinum piece, 4 gold, and 20 copper pence, because he just doesn't know, and his hands are so big.
His face goes white, and he goes, I can't take this from you. Do you know how much money this is? This is a lot of money. I can't take this.
I don't know how much it is.
It's
They
a
are
lot
just
of money.
coins.
It's a lot of money.
It's a paycheck.
I have more in this, and he shows the bag. He's still got 21 gold pieces left in the bag worth, and he's just I have more. I do not need these ones.
Where did you get all this money?
It's 2 weeks of worth.
I don't. They came. I don't know.
Don't. You can't just walk up to somebody and give them this money.
But you said that you needed money. I can't do it.
It's you said you needed money. How is he gonna come at the man like this?
It sounded like you needed money. It's you need money. Does this not solve the problem?
Do you need more money? Perhaps you need more.
So he definitely takes it from you and he puts it in a little pouch that he has. No, I mean this definitely will help, but I guess I don't need money from Magdi anymore. But maybe if you do find him, if you could at least give me something of his, maybe his holy symbol, just so I guess if he's dead, maybe his holy symbol, so I can alert his next of kin. I'm not really good with this stuff. I don't know. I'm only 18 and I came here with him, and he told me not to go on the expedition because I'm not very good. I think I'm kind of a bother to him, but I guess it's what people do. If somebody dies, they have to tell the family. I don't really want to, but I feel like I should because he was my apprentice. Or I was the apprentice. He was the master.
He was the master.
That's something that you could do. I mean, only if you see him. I mean, don't go out of your way. I mean, you gave me enough money to last for a while here. Yeah, appreciate that again. Thank you very much. But I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You're really intimidating. I don't know if you mean to be, but you're just really big.
I hear that very often, and unfortunately there is not much I can do about it. We will look for this man, and see if he is all right, and bring word back if we do find him.
Oh, well, thank you. You're a good fellow. I don't even know what your name is.
My name is Miyabe.
Well, Miyabe, you got a friend in me.
That's a good callback. That is a good callback.
You got me.
Poor Xanros doesn't. Xanros. Oh my gosh. Poor Brandon doesn't know. Yeah. You'll also have to listen to the old podcast.
Yeah. So he will kind of take off, and you see him go a little ways and look back and forth, and then he kind of ducks into an alley, but he's still like out in the open where you can see him, and he pulls out the pouch, and you see him like going through the coins, and he's like, my 14 gold pieces. 14 gold pieces. What was he doing with 14 gold pieces?
For context,
he
for those not
takes off.
too familiar with conversions, I heard somewhere that somebody had estimated the gold value to be about $100. Now, at first when I heard that, I thought it was ridiculous, but then I started doing some of my own like cross comparisons for how much items cost versus real world, and obviously it's not perfect, but that is pretty accurate for a rough estimate. Miyabe literally just handed him the third stimulus check. It's like, here you go, buddy. Hope that's...
I can see that. The cure light wounds, they give you next to nothing. As much as they cost when you go to the doctors, absolutely.
Yeah, 1 gold piece for $100 is USD is pretty close to accurate.
It's definitely nowhere near close if you're going by the profession rules of making money.
Correct.
Not even remotely close.
Because they can get more than a +1 very easily.
Because if you put, like, if a commoner with a 12 wisdom puts 1 rank into profession, they get a +5. Take 10 every week, they get like 7 gold a week as minimum wage. That means like 1 gold is like $30.
But there is some contention on that though too. The idea being that like adventurers, it's easier to make contract work because they're adventurers, and it's harder for peasants to find a job that would pay that much even if they have the ranks for it. But it's whatever. It's just one of those things. Why do peasants exist in Golarion when there's enough magic that really you would be looking at a post-industrial society most places? But whatever.
Hashtag socialist Galarian.
And I mean, this guy, he's an apprentice to a cleric, so he's kind of like a pastoral intern that you just handed like $1,400.
Everyone knows they don't get paid. Everyone knows they don't get paid.
I don't really know what happens when people die. Do you have to tell their next of kin? I don't know. Just bring back a holy symbol. I need a job. I'll do
anything.
All the holy symbol, people will trust me. Just bring it back.
Yeah, at the very least, it's 2 weeks worth of pay, so he'll be good for a while.
Yeah, 2 weeks of pay. That's pretty accurate.
Okay. Alrighty. So, are you guys planning to head out then?
Where are we going?
Should we go look for the survivors in the wrecked boat?
Probably. That would be the most... Oh, you're RPing that. That would probably be the most expedient course for us, as the storm only happened a few days ago.
Luna will nod.
Well, I figured the other people that are going out on scouting missions, or I would hope at least combat ready, where I think these other people were just, peasants and other stragglers that got caught in the storm.
I'm combat ready. From Ruby.
Yeah, and I don't have to RP this out, but Mozuzi at some point, and he did at Fort Breakthrough mention this, but also he would have also mentioned, now that the storms died down, that if you guys would be willing to escort him home, he doesn't think that he would be able to make it back himself. But if you would escort him back to Kashil, he promises you rewards of wisdom and courage.
I meant to ask the lizard folk lady about the halflings and I forgot. Oh well.
Now we'll never know.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
It was some interrogation though. I'm sure it was great.
You could ask Mozuzi here if he thinks we're polluting the water. Or you are, because I'm not a human.
Yeah. I also absolve myself of blame. Artificially. I
live in a different plane, but that's okay. I guess I'll ask him. Mozuzi, what are your people's thoughts on the lizard folk? I mean, you said that they were chasing you. Do you generally have poor relations with the lizard folk?
He gives you a blank stare because he doesn't speak common.
I speak halfling, so that
Oh,
was
okay,
halfling.
okay.
Ow, that
So he
hurt.
would respond to you in halfling. I don't know anything about polluting a river. I mean, obviously we also use the rivers to bathe. So I don't know why we would be upset with you bathing in the river.
What about the lizard folk? Do you have poor relations with the lizard folk?
I wouldn't say they are poor, but we don't really interact very much. We keep to ourselves, try not to deal with any outsiders of the tribe. As you can see, I have not been so lucky in that regard, but you have been kind, and I have heavily relied on you to help me.
What about their whereabouts? Do you know where the lizard folk are located?
I do not. I do not know that.
Well, tally ho then. And I guess he'll start walking away.
And does that mean, do I go too, or is that later?
Is the boat? We have to go in a different direction. So feasibly, couldn't we go see where the survivors are from the wreckage, come back to town, get him to then move out? Okay.
Yeah. And here, I'll plop you down over here. So we're gonna do a little bit of hex exploration.
I
No!
quit!
Ah!
Look
No!
how
Ah!
big the hexes are, though. This
Exploration.
I was gonna say, this
Compared
is
to-
nothing compared to Iron Fang.
yeah.
Here's
Um,
600 hexes. Good luck.
Yeah. So the exploration rules are different.
I'm sure Jason had about 300 extra hexes just for fun. He's that kind of player.
Yeah.
This map was a little bit different. So
There's no hexes in Iron Fang officially.
yeah, so the territory around Priden's Hearth is mostly unexplored marshlands or tropical hummocks or grassy lowlands. The edge of the true jungle, the jungle of hungry trees, is to the northeast.
I don't like that name.
Yeah. So basically the only road that they have is like a muddy trail, which is mostly washed out now, that leads from Priden's Hearth to Fort Breakthrough, southeast. Other than that, you're basically going to have to blaze your own trails through here. So essentially what's going to happen is each hex is going to require 8 hours to cross. And if you want to fully explore it, it's going to take you 2 days.
Oof.
Man.
So which direction was the ship?
The ship was, so that was what the
Northeast? Is that right?
west.
Northwest.
So he had heard rumors, people were reporting seeing the ship that had run aground west of town.
Sarah, do you want me to read off my prepared spells for the day? Or do you trust me?
If you want to.
Sure!
Detect magic, dancing lights, guidance, create water, and then for my level 1s, bless and bane, 1 each.
You sure it's not 2?
Sure,
It
it's not
was.
2 banes.
It
For
was.
bane?
It was 2 banes, but now it's a bless and a bane. And I don't think I get
What,
any
bad
bonus
power?
for my class, but
No.
I also don't know that for positive, so I have to look that up quick.
I don't think it actually was 2 banes. I think it was just 1 bane that you had.
I had it to use. It was bane and barbed chain, and I had used the barbed
Yeah.
chains, not the bane.
Great.
But I replaced barbed chain with bless for this time.
Yep. So you wanted to head due west. Is
That's
that
what
how-
Abner was thinking, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what
do.
everybody else is thinking.
Okay.
I have to look at the chart.
So were you thinking? Let's see. Okay, yeah.
So we don't have to fully explore the hex because the ship would be on the coast, so we can just follow the coast, get there faster.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So if you were to do this, I'll just reveal it. So you do follow the coast for a while. it takes you 8 hours to go through there. And you're following the coast, and you don't see any sort of ship through those 8 hours. And I'm assuming that you would have left early in the morning.
This might be a really dumb
Probably.
question. Priden's Hearth's on a river?
Yep.
I thought it was next to the ocean. I'm dumb. Had a complete
I kind of alluded
misunderstanding.
to it being. Well, yeah, I mean, I alluded to it being. You can see out to the ocean.
Yeah, it's like in a delta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I am gonna need, while you guys are walking along the coastline, I'm gonna need someone to roll me a D100.
I thought you were going to say survival.
Do you really think that I should be doing that, gentlemen? We know how I am about D100s.
I don't want malaria.
Okay. All right. So you move through this area along the coast without encountering anything out of the ordinary. You're staying pretty close to the river. Oh, shoot. I had a question. Okay. So you guys left Priden's Hearth pretty early in the morning. Is that accurate?
Oh,
I
think
think
so,
it was
yeah.
fairly early, yeah.
We had enough time to get everything we needed the day before, so we could just head out.
Okay. So are you, at this point, if you left early, if you left at like 8 o'clock, we'll say it's about 4 in the afternoon, and you haven't come across the ship yet. Do you want to keep going?
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, we can go one more time. Real quick question, rules. For protection against so-and-so, you have to be the opposing like on the axis to be able to cast it, right? So neutral casters technically can't do any of them? Or can they do all of them?
No, I think it's just that clerics are forbidden of casting spells of opposing alignment.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah, so if we were to go another one, would we have to get into like forced march? A character can walk more than 8 hours by making a forced march. Would we have to do that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. 'Cause for each hour of marching beyond 8 hours, you have to make a constitution check.
Yeah, because like this 8 hours that you've been moving has been through very difficult terrain.
Yeah, so we probably would have to end up making camp and then going the next day.
Oh, my Absalom, it has been a long day. Perhaps we should stop for a break.
Yeah, if I have to walk anymore, I'm probably going to have to ask Miyabi to carry me.
I concur.
No offense, Abner, I think you weigh a little more.
I cannot carry both of you.
Oh, nonsense.
My
Luna will
backpack
carry
probably
Abner.
my backpack probably weighs more than Kermit
Shoved
does.
Kermit in the backpack.
Where is this boat supposed to be? I didn't think it'd be this far.
Well, perhaps the hurricane carried it inland.
That would suck.
Well, you're heading towards the ocean.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you're heading towards the way that your boat would have come in when you arrived at Priden's Hearth.
Okay.
So you're heading out.
Do some camping.
Yep. So you guys can set up a camp. Do you want to set up watches during the night?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can each take a watch, I
Yep.
guess.
Oh, you are gonna regret that if I have to roll a perception check.
Or would we only have how
I
many
will
watches would we
see
need?
nothing.
Do we only need 3 watches or do we need 4? I can't remember what the
I think-
math does.
Technically, you only need 3.
Okay. I've got a +5 perception.
I have a -1. I can see in the dark, but I got a -1.
The wizard probably shouldn't be on watch because they have to get a certain amount of sleep in order to be able to prepare spells.
Yeah, I have this. Yeah.
The other 3 of us, I don't think, do.
Well, I'm gonna turn in. Y'all have a lovely night, and Abner's gonna go lay down in his bedroll. Immediately start snoozing at 4 p.m.
Well, who takes the first watch?
I can do it.
Aluna will volunteer after that.
Okay, so Miyabe, then Aluna, then Kermit. Okay. So Miyabe, during your watch, go ahead and roll a perception.
It is done.
Okay.
Beautiful.
All right. So your watch comes and goes without any issue. You do hear noises of animals around you, but nothing bothers you during your watch. So you will wake up Aluna when it comes to be her turn. Aluna, go ahead and roll a perception check.
31.
Oh, okay. Aluna rolled a 31, a natural 20 for 31. So with the 31, Aluna, same thing. Your watch comes and goes without any sort of issue. You definitely hear that there are creatures out there. And thankfully, though, nothing seems to bother you during your watch. So you will wake up Kermit, and Kermit will take over. And Kermit, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Look,
Okay, so 13.
worst.
Kermit, you find yourself dozing off a little bit. So you had been getting a good night's sleep, and you wake up to take your watch, and you find yourself dozing off. But thankfully, even with that, the dawn will come. Abner wakes up fully refreshed from a full night's rest, and nothing happened to you that evening.
That was a fantastic rest. Perhaps we should sally forth and try and locate that wandering ship of ours.
Ugh.
Yes, I am worried if there were survivors, they would not last too long.
Indeed.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going to set out the next day?
Yes.
Alrighty.
I would go bright and early, but Mr. Wizard's got to prepare some spells over there.
Oh.
Yeah.
As you wake up the next morning, there is rain that starts again. This is only like a light spitting rain so far, and there is like a misty fog that hangs in the air. But you guys will set out. And
Oh, good
we
berry
will
lasts
use-
day per level. So if you do it on an earlier day, they can still hold on to it. That's pretty cool.
Yep. So you wake up and get maybe eat breakfast real quick, and then set out bright and early in the morning. And you walk for probably 5 hours along the coast. Right around, maybe, stopping for lunch, right around the time that you're picking back up after lunch, you notice in the distance, you can see what looks to be the remains of a ship in the distance. Let me mark on here. That is probably right here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you can see that there's a ship that appears to have run aground. It broke up under the battering of the storm. And as you are walking closer, you can see that there are bodies that have been scattered throughout the region. Everyone roll me a perception check.
A reflex save.
A reflex save.
Natural 19.
Got me, Miyabi.
Perception?
Aluna?
25.
Yes. Okay. So 24 for Miyabe, 23 for Kermit, 14 for Abner, and a 25 for Aluna. So this isn't hard to see. Actually, all of you can see that there are 4 creatures that are shuffling along the outside of this wreckage. So, So, bear with me.
Do you see those creatures? What are they?
It's always 4 shady creatures out in the middle of the rain.
What level of detail do we have sight of?
You can just see that they appear to be bipedal.
Enough to make a
And they
check.
appear to be... Sure.
What would be the appropriate knowledge?
Knowledge planes.
Well...
Oh.
Let's see. Well, let me do a thing first.
Knowledge dungeoneering.
Did a thing.
You do the thing.
Do the thing.
The stuff.
Just
Those-
remember, Josh, if you
Hey, you're
can make a
dead.
check on them, they can make a check on you.
Those
They
flying,
can't see me, I can't see them.
those bugs that you got going on sound as annoying as real bugs. It's amazing. Right in my headset. Feels like
Yeah, isn't it great?
yeah.
Hey, look,
I don't-
that's where our initial start area will be. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah, this is clearly a
Yeah.
battle.
So-
This is clearly a
No.
battle map.
I don't know why he always gets enlarged person when he goes on
Right?
the map.
It's been saved that way.
And whoa, I don't know why that happens.
It's because it's been saved that way. When you put a token onto anything other than the
Oh,
token layer,
Alright.
it'll go up as a big image, and if you save it that way, every time you move it, it's going to be big.
well, that's the stupidest thing. All right, so
Sure,
if I do this,
Done dumber.
all right, I'm gonna try to resave the token for Crimit. So save, and then let me do that for Miyabe.
Should have RP'd out with the count. Listen, the lizard folk are angry because you keep pooping in the river. You guys have got to stop pooping in the river. See what his response
That
would
would have
be.
gone over well.
You need to control yourselves.
You've got to
This
come up
is-
with some kind of
This is getting out of hand.
It's just got to go to the ocean. You're pooping in the river. It's going downstream. It's terrible.
Well, that's
All
the
right,
thing,
so
isn't it?
these are some of the things that you see.
The heck is that? Oh, they are not the same. The
Okay.
heck are those two down there? I've never seen those tokens before.
Are those zombies and...
Let me just blow that up for you.
Is there a little creature inside that thing's mouth?
I don't like
That's
that.
what it looks like.
Let's get that as big as we
Those are
possibly
really
can.
creepy, scary, kind of, yeah.
Anybody
Ugh.
want to take vote on how many survivors there are?
None.
None. They're all dead.
Well, there's
yeah,
a survivor.
So that's the other thing that you
Yeah, I know
see.
what that one is.
That's a zombie.
Um,
I know that. An undead. Maybe not a
Yep.
zombie, but an
and you
undead.
can actually see, as you are, there's bodies that
You're glitching out here a little bit,
are
Sarah.
spread out all over here. So not all of the bodies, walking around.
But some are.
Uh oh. Is that better? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
You guys can
Your
hear
voice
me,
just
right?
doesn't match your face.
Oh, well.
Oh, wait.
That's
Now it does.
unfortunate.
Now it does.
Okay. All right. So we're back in business.
I guess no one
So yeah,
can.
you still can see there are some scattered bodies around here, and actually, for where you're standing right now, you can see the body of Umuzu, who was one of your traveling companions. But yeah, so Aluna, go ahead and roll me actually a knowledge religion, and then we will go ahead and roll initiatives.
Never seen them before. Natural 1 for a 5. You know what they remind me of? They're not nearly as ugly as they have to be, but you know those Zon Kuthar followers that are just like blobs of like they don't have their limbs because they've deliberately cut them off to suffer more.
They remind me of bloated corpses for the Vampire Coast faction in Warhammer.
Or blobfish.
Ooh, yeah.
Violently brought to the
Blobfish.
surface as quickly as possible, and that's why they look the way they do.
In Warhammer, when they get close to you, they explode. So be
I was gonna say, yeah, if they're anything like the Warhammer ones, we need to not be near them when they die because they do explode.
I thought about how fun that would
They're
be
like
actually for a monster type.
The bloaters in The Last of Us. Is that what they're
Left
called?
4 Dead?
Bloaters?
Bloaters. I think they're called bloaters.
Left 4 Dead, you got the boomers.
What are they called, Jason? Bloaters?
I think that's what they're called.
Oh shoot, you're waiting on me for the roll
They
initiative.
were,
My bad. Hold up.
yeah.
It's alright.
There you go.
So... Oh, right. I see
wow.
a couple greens.
Wow.
So first off, Aluna's knowledge religion was a natural 1, which brought her to a 5, so she does not know anything about... Actually, Aluna, roll me another 1. Because they're two different.
One for each, yeah.
The first one was for the
Yeah.
one we didn't already know. This one's for the zombies.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
that's how.
They're clearly zombies.
Basically.
Knowledge, religion. No way!
Oh
no
my
way!
gosh.
No
That is
way!
awesome. Dude, you
No
went
way.
natural 1, natural 20, natural 1.
Josh, you have
Yeah.
successfully failed both checks.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy because he rolled a natural 1 in knowledge religion, and then a natural 20 on his initiative, and then a
That's
natural 1 on the other knowledge religion.
Listen, for someone who communes with the spirits, you don't know a whole lot about the undead.
If you know, that's actually I actually don't anymore. That's the whole thing. That's our whole shtick. Sore subject there, Abner. Sore subject.
So funny. Okay. Why isn't this working? Group. Okay.
Man.
So for initiative we have, let me scroll up here. So Miyabe is a 12. Krimmit has a 12. So who goes first there? Krimmit probably? Yeah,
Three initiative.
Krimmit has a higher bonus. So Krimmit will go first. Aluna, a 24, a natural 20. And Abner, also a natural 20 for 22. And then let me just roll for them.
Bang, pow.
Crack, pop.
Why isn't that working? I guess I'll just roll my box.
Abner clearly casts magic or mage armor on Miyabe while he's not looking.
That's gonna provoke.
No, he was casting defensively.
Yeah. See, there's actually no facing in Pathfinder grid combat, so.
I get a will save.
Yeah.
All right, so top in initiative is Aluna.
So, a little hasty on the spell use here, but when else am I going to get such an amazing opportunity? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Cast Bless, which is going to be a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and saving throws for a minute per level, so the duration of this combat most likely. If it goes more than that many rounds, we should quit.
When you were gonna do Bane.
Yeah, so you get it on attack rolls, and you will also get it on saving throws against fear effects. And Aluna will not know that something, but it's okay, because I think the Hex is a standard action to start anyway. It's a move.
Who does she bless? Everybody?
Everyone. Yeah.
It's everybody within a 50-foot radius or something crazy like that.
Yeah, so you're good.
It's just +1 to attack rolls and fear effects.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
It's a morale bonus if that matters for anything else that you do. It's a 50-foot burst centered on her.
And I'm assuming this is like a tree, so like I can... Is it this square or this square that I'm like behind the tree? Probably that one, right? Like, is this the middle here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably that one.
So I'll move
Yeah.
that, and she'll put her
Yep.
back up against the tree.
Okay.
And that is my whole turn.
Alrighty then. So next up is Abner.
Pull out a javelin as part of a move, because I have a base attack bonus now.
I don't have a javelin.
I do. I did. It's part of my move.
Abner's gonna move up. So I think there. Is that right?
Yeah.
East.
20 feet. That's what I read.
Yep. And take a kablooey! That's the one
Beautiful.
right in front of him.
Beautiful.
Aw, this poor helpless civilian.
Ah!
Yeah, so an 8 against touch AC is not gonna hit, unfortunately.
Well, of course not.
Also, your map
Next
dimensions aren't
is-
right.
Yeah, that's
What?
20.
Oh, is this another
Yeah.
D&D one?
Yeah, that should
I
be.
swear I thought I had all of these good to go.
There you go.
Alright, should be good now.
There you go. So 8 against normal AC won't hit either. So we're good.
Oh well.
Oh, Will's right. Did you want to move?
Oh well.
Do you have the movement to get closer if you had wanted?
Yeah, I could have gone 10 feet closer. I could have gone like here.
Yeah, so
but-
if you...
Yeah, so just do that.
That's up to you. It missed regardless.
Yeah, of
next
course.
is Kermit. And if anybody else has knowledge religion, you can roll to identify them.
Nope.
It was a cleric of Abadar. That's surprising.
Listen, I just didn't put a
He's not a
skill
cleric.
point in it. Not a cleric.
I
I'm just a believer.
Can I get an amen, church? Can I get an amen?
Amen to commerce. Get your billfolds out.
Oh,
Is
dear.
this a clearing over here? Like here? I know that might be squeezing there, but
I think this is just a bush. So
Yeah, over where?
here.
Sorry, everybody's clicking right there. Yeah, so this is you can move through here, and you can move through here.
Yeah. I think I just might move up for now. Pull up my gun. I'm not close enough to shoot within my range increment, so let's wait for them to move up, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Oh goodness, wrong tab. All right, next is
You cut out.
next
Next
is
is
someone when she gets the chance.
Miyabe.
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 Yeah, okay. Miyabe will move up to here and then ready an action for when they get close to make a melee attack. He would free action. He drops his backpack in that square, just so you know. But there's nothing in there mechanically interesting, anyways. So he, as he moves up there, pulls out his Earthbreaker and gets
Ooh.
ready to swing if they get close.
The sound effects.
Zombies
Yeah.
eating something
Yeah.
over there.
Syrinscape. Well done.
Hey, like I said, till they sponsor us for sure.
Yeah. I gotta reel it in. You guys in here earlier. I listened to Syrinscape with my free time for multiple hours on the day.
I almost did a spit take.
It's good music. It's good sound effects.
When I'm in the restroom, I like listening to a warm summer breeze.
Maybe we should send them an email.
Syrinscape.
Prove to them that we have at least 2 regular listeners. It's totally worth justifying
Okay,
sponsoring
It
us.
comes across like we are mocking them, but I am sincere in
love-
saying I really enjoy this
I
program.
love. Yeah, I remember when
No,
I
they're
first.
doing great.
I remember when I first used the free trial version back in the day, and some of the spells.
You don't know what I
sounds are really
use
good.
when I'm in the bathroom? Whatever.
Okay, so anyway, Miyabe, you just moved up and
Readied in action for if they get close to make a melee attack.
okay.
This guy plays
Alrighty.
Pathfinder.
So
I strategize.
next up is my. So this guy will charge forward, which will set off Miyabe's readied action.
See, he plays Pathfinder. You know because he used tactics
All right, so a 21 will hit Brown.
for bludgeoning
Thanks.
damage. Beautiful.
Not feel very good. 21 for 10 bludgeoning. Yes, that he did not like that.
I'm well aware that it doesn't all go through.
What?
But Miyabe doesn't know that.
You are aware of no such thing.
Sarah, I
Nobody
also
told him
know
that
that my
didn't,
evil
so-
eye is not gonna work, and you know what I'm gonna do next turn? Shut up.
All right, so he will slam out at you with his hand for a 16 to hit.
Miss.
Oh.
Oh, really?
The new armor
Shocking.
puts my AC at 17.
Wow.
Oh.
I know we're reacting, but that's still hardly a take.
That's like first level fighter.
Yeah.
That's lower than first level.
That's lower than. Yeah, you can get 18 easy.
But no, that does just miss.
All right, so okay. All right, so then my other guy. Oh, wait a minute.
No.
Nope. Too late.
Was he charging?
His AC would be
Too
lower.
late.
Yes.
His to hit would be higher.
I don't think they can
No,
move
he
in and
can't
attack,
charge
can they?
actually. No,
They
cannot.
can.
So he would just.
Why can't they?
I don't know. It says they can't. Oh, he cannot take full round actions.
Yeah, if you can't take a full round action, you can still charge, but you can only move your normal movement.
Correct.
Zombies
Okay,
can
alright,
still
so then he
charge.
still
It's just
would've-
a standard action.
Okay, he would have done that.
Just
then.
like how you can charge in a surprise round, which occurred in the very first. The very second session of Iron Fang, which was unfortunately not published, but it happened then when we were in the fire scene.
Okay, so then this guy will just move his movement, and that's all he can do. And then it is these other guys who will. What will they do? Okay. So this guy will move up here. He will move as far as he can. And then I'm going to roll a.
Like
I
as you
will
said it,
roll
it was
a
like
D-
blah, blah, as they were moving. It was great. Crazy.
I'll roll a d6 for Miyabe or Abner. So evens are Miyabe, odds are Abner. So what did I say? Evens are Miyabe?
Yeah, babe.
Yep.
Okay. So he runs up and
Vomit.
spews out
Yep.
a gush of putrid water at you,
Blech.
Miyabe. So
Blech.
this will be a
Blech.
11 against touch AC.
My touch AC is 12.
Oh no!
I've got a 14 dex.
Poop. Well,
And is
alright,
that a
so-
ranged
In the river.
attack? Or is that...
Poop in the river.
I assume it's a ranged attack. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. You can
Yeah.
vomit on people. Love it. Love it.
Well, shoot. And I guess technically he would have been firing into melee, I guess.
Technically.
That's also true.
Stop it, wobbly head.
It's
Stop it.
fun. It's
Nobody wants to see your
fun.
alien head.
It's pretty fun. Oh,
This
Jason, you
guy
can do
is
it too!
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
Wait, the wobbly head?
Yeah.
Jason
Yeah.
does it too?
Yeah, look, there it is. There it is. Oh,
Nope. The frame rate's... Nope. Frame rate's good on your guys's.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. This guy is going to.
Stop
Wait, no, he's not going to do what I just did. If I do, he will move up here for now, and then I don't know if I. Oh, they are both in target, so I'll do this again. Ranged touch attack. So odds this time are Abner,
That is
and
impressive.
Abner is not in melee.
This is correct.
So this will be just a ranged touch attack. 15 against touch.
yes.
Okay. So that's gonna do 5 points of damage as this putrid water just hits you. And as a
Ow.
free action. Oh, dear
Ow.
heavens. And then I think it's gonna miss. An 8 against CMD is gonna not hit your CMD, correct?
The base is 10 usually, right? Let me see here.
Yeah, you take a penalty for a low strength, though.
Yeah, let me see here. Hang on, my screen went all funky. There we go. Character sheet. It like minimized all my stuff and changed the window size.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't. There we go. Okay, got it. CMD?
Yes.
It's 13.
Yes.
So no, miss.
Okay. All right. So you are able to hold your ground and not get knocked down by this gush of
Oh,
water that came out
gross.
at you. Yeah, it's not great.
I swallowed some!
Ew.
Fortitude
Oh
save.
no! Roll a fortitude save. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Zombie used water gun. Water type. It was super effective.
So top of round 2 is Aluna.
No. You've had all
What a
this
coward
time.
hiding behind a tree like that. Goodness.
Right. As I quickly turn around and run away.
Alright, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. My audio is technically not live on the stream for reasons. So I said I was going to do a thing, but I actually am not. I'm going to do this thing instead, and I don't know why that didn't update. I haven't taken damage. I don't know why it's like that. Gonna go ahead and throw my javelin at this one. Because I will not be firing.
So at number red. Not
Yeah.
number red. Color red.
Yep, at number red, since I won't be firing into melee.
This is a 30-foot range increment, so you're good there.
I am good there, and I have Bless active, so this will be at a +1. It's already programmed. It gives me a 2 to hit. Here's the roll. A 5. That's to be expected.
A 5 is not going to hit.
Correct. And
So you throw one of your javelins and it goes wide.
move standard. That's everything.
Alrighty. Next is Abner.
Y'all ready for it? I'm getting out of here. And he will 5-foot step back and reload his gun.
Alrighty. Crimit, you're up.
All right, Grimmit's gonna shoot at number blue.
Kaplow.
Pew pew.
Nope, and that is a misfire.
Oof.
Oh, is it really?
Back to 1. Yep.
Oof. So does anything happen on a misfire, or?
Not on the first misfire. It's only on the second misfire, so don't get your hopes up.
Yep.
Oh,
I
okay.
love misfires.
If he misfires twice in a row,
It
then fun
explodes.
stuff happens.
Some cool things can happen.
I mean,
I really wanted to just have the.
what?
Holy
What was that?
Crimit, what did you do to your weapon? Making it masterwork somehow made it.
Oh gosh, I gotta just see something here real quick. You're killing me here.
I love sound effects. They're so fun. I can't wait till Iron Fang when I'm not GMing and I can just like do crazy stuff. But anyway, so that was Crimit's turn. Did you want to move, Crimit? I'm sorry. Did you want to move?
I'm just trying to look to see about one of my grit things here. Okay, no, I can't. So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to go to fire, and of course my gun clicks. So I realized when I must have been like building my weapon, I didn't have parts correct, and oh no, I gotta fix my gun. So a 5-foot step back, move action. I'm gonna load it with pellets. I'll have to fix it next round.
Okay.
I love how he reloads it before fixing it.
I can't.
Believe me, that's how guns work.
That's how guns work.
I think that's how.
Believe
I love to think that's how Crimit's mind works. He's just like, oh, I gotta fix it. Let me just reload this first. So
Hey, my action economy lets me do it. It doesn't make sense, but I can.
Yeah, but have you?
No, I like it.
You have to. It just makes it's amazing. I love it.
I think it makes sense for the type of gunslinger you're going for. The like scavenger type. It's like it doesn't matter if it's working right now. I can still reload it.
Yeah, except that it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I can shoot it next round.
All right. Next is Miyabe.
It's going to swing at this one again. Try to hit the head right off of it. It's probably
Okay.
not going to though.
All right. So a 13 will hit.
Oh wow!
This one had lowered AC because of its charge. And 10 points of damage. So it's still standing, but it's looking pretty rough.
Okay. Did you include the charge bonus to hit when you did the attack last round, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. All right, so now it's his turn. So he will slam out at you. This will be a natural 3, so that's gonna miss.
Hold up, guys. Stream froze for some reason. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know why. It just literally just
Oh.
froze.
Stream is frozen.
Stream is frozen. I'm going to attempt to close the window and come back. So let's see how that does.
What a foolish thing to do. Well, in the meantime, I'll just roll 6 more attacks.
It looks like it froze when you went to the fancy screen.
No, I just put it on the fancy screen right now while I'm trying to fix it.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, because it was working and then it went back to being frozen.
Also, I just want to point
Let's
out.
all just
guys,
enjoy.
I was just going to point out there's a camp up here in the woods. I mean, all the survivors are probably just right up there in the camp.
And we're back.
Watching.
Thank you, everyone who is watching, for your continued patience with us. I don't know what happened there. Just kind of blipped out. Beautiful. Beautiful.
What did you say, Jason? Because you cut out for me.
I was just saying that the camp of survivors is right there. We could practically see where they are. Up north
Oh, yeah.
on the map. That's where all the survivors are. They've got tents, a fireplace, everything.
Why are those, like, sleeping bags almost as big as the ship
Yeah.
itself?
That's not actually a thing. We'll just put
Cyclopses!
Cyclops.
That's not actually a thing. Here.
You guys see that massive black box in the forest over there?
It's the ship's black
that's
box.
the eye of the storm, dude.
Don't stare into the abyss. It'll stare back.
That's the road to Abaddon.
Batman reference.
So I think where we left off, you had missed with orange, but you still had everybody else.
Correct. Yep. All right. So that one missed. Red will. I don't think he can charge because of his buddy there.
Correct. I don't think he can.
I don't think he could charge a Luna though.
That is probably accurate.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So he's gonna charge a Luna. So
By the
this
way,
will be-
Simeon says hi.
Hi, Simeon.
Hi, Simeon. Thanks for joining us
Oh,
today.
monkey arms.
He specifically
Okay.
said hi to Jason, though. So.
Oh, yeah, I am the most important one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Hello.
15 to hit a Luna. A Luna, does a 15 hit your AC?
I'm finding out. I don't think it does, because I think it's a 14, so it does.
Hooray! I hit with one. Okay, so that's gonna be
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
I just realized what that means now.
Yep.
7 points of damage.
Oh, that's
crap.
That's healthy. That's a healthy amount.
So that's gonna come down hard on ya.
Well,
Well,
I know what
All
my
right.
next turn
yeah, that was fun.
Now it's their turn, or by their I mean these guys. So he will step up, 5-foot step, and then he will try to slam down on you, Miyabe. So this will be. Let me just read this thing real quick.
Yeah, with no
Okay.
dex. That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's a 20 to hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
So that will be 9 points of damage. That was a good roll.
I had a feeling they were a bit tougher.
A little bit. And then this guy is going to move up to where he can see more people. And he's
Spit
got.
at me. Don't you spit at me again, you.
Well, I think he could move a little bit further. Let me just see.
Do you
Oops.
realize how impressive it is to spit 30 feet?
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Like,
So he'll get up so that he has everybody in his sight. So I'll roll a d8.
Uh-oh, now it's going to be a cone.
So it's 1. So Miyabe's 1, 2, Aluna 3, 4, Abner 5, 6, and Kremet 7, 8. 1. So Miyabe, but he is in melee, so this will take a penalty.
a minus
It's
4.
fine. It's not like my touch AC.
Yeah, it's a natural 7, so it's not going to hit your touch AC.
Cool.
Cool.
So he
Beautiful.
spits out putrid water again, but does not hit you.
I hope he stops doing that.
Next up is Aluna.
5 foot step back. Evil Eye, this one, to lower its AC. This is not going to work because it is mind affecting, and I think these, if I'm understanding are correct, it's not going to work. So, she will learn that. Will you let me learn that?
I mean, you give it a mean look and it just growls out at you, so it does not appear like it had any effect.
Okay. I mean, look. Yeah, Evil Eye's a bit more than that. I mean, she has drums and percussion. I mean, it's just witchy stuff is happening, you know.
Alrighty, next is Abner.
Mimicking a Luna, he gives them the Forrest Whitaker eye. And it doesn't work.
Doesn't do anything.
We all try to do Evil Eye now.
We all think that Aluna knows how to kill these things, so we're all mimicking her.
She tries to explain it doesn't work like that. No, you have to have the power in you. It does not work for everyone. She tries to explain.
We all take a level in Shaman and it works for us.
Right?
You'd have to take 2 to get Hex.
Or witch.
I'm gonna shoot at number green.
Alrighty,
Beautiful.
number green.
This is gonna stick. The number colors.
Hate it.
Maybe.
Okay, so 13 against touch AC is a
Maybe.
hit.
Bludgeoning and piercing.
So
I have
8
no idea what these creatures have.
and
They have
piercing.
PR or not. No idea.
Well,
what they
it
are.
does some damage. You don't know if it's all of the damage or if it's just some of the damage, but it definitely did some damage. So good round from Abner. Next up is Crimit. Crimit Z for all.
I fixed my gun.
Fix my gun.
Fix my gun! Let's go!
What is he
Is
taking after
that-
Abner now?
Is that
What
a
is-
full round to fix your gun, or is that
It
standard?
most certainly is. They're
All right.
lighting. I will put on the
Lighting.
scanner ability. And,
I don't know what's happening.
Fun.
All right. So
and then
Crimit,
he'll 5 foot step. I'll protect you, Abner. I'll protect these shins with my life.
all right. What a courageous amphibian. Next is Miyabe. What is Miyabe gonna do?
So as you might expect,
Yeah.
Miyabe, out of the corner of his eye, he sees one of these just sprint past him and take a swipe out of a Luna. He sees the blood go flying, and his eyes start to glow red. His fists, his pitch black skin fist, seems to coalesce into these dark claws as he goes into a blood rage. Free action, dropping his Earthbreaker. He's going to make
Thuds
2
in the
claw
sand.
attacks.
At red.
He's going to start attacking red, yeah, because that's the one that hit Aluna.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, first claw attack.
There you go. 17.
17 will hit, and
These do bludgeoning and slashing because they're claws.
okay.
Because natural
It's
attacks.
Still up.
And the second one,
A 27 for
27.
9. That should
Oh
bring it
my.
down.
27.
I don't believe that natural attacks crit on a 19.
I was just-
think they have to be a 20.
Yeah.
I think that's true, but
Hard
you should
hit though.
double check that for claws and, I don't know, natural attacks.
And that one will. Well, how do you kill that one? Because you kill it. So what happens to it?
So I think Miyabe's first hand goes out and the claws dig into the skull. The second one, he grabs onto the clavicle and like the clavicle, the collarbone area, right?
That's clavicle.
Yes, yep, you're correct.
Second hand goes there, and then he just tears the head off of the body and throws it onto the ground.
Okay.
Before
He's-
turning his vision to orange.
All right, he's not messing around. So that one is no longer
Step over
of this
there.
world.
Actually, no, he'd stay there.
All right,
Maybe.
good thing because it would have been his turn next, but he did. But it is Brown's turn, or orange, or whatever color that is.
Should we number?
Number Brown. So he will slice out at you. Well, not slice. Bash out at you with his slam attack. 10 10.
Still does not hit my lowered AC.
Surprisingly, does not hit your lowered AC, unfortunately.
Rage does not lower my AC by 7, so
Blue, though, number blue, is going to slam out at you as well.
it's probably gonna hit.
Oh, yeah, that one's going to hit with a 20.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 7 points of damage on the slam.
Nice.
And Green is having a good time over there by the ship, so he's going to roll. And the ones he has a clearest shot on are Miyabe, Aluna, or Krimmit, so I'll roll a d6. And
Does it not do
Abner's knees, so.
splash or cone? Will he not catch 2 if he goes Krimmit Abner?
no, it's a single target.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds
Really,
like it's not
Josh?
a line.
Really?
I was just asking.
Between you and Jason, we can't catch a break. Does that one have distract? Is it kind of an AoE and maybe could catch 2 different players?
So that's a Krimmit because it was 1-2 Miyabe, 3-4 Aluna, 5-6 Krimmit.
Is
So
that
this
a
will be-
ranged attack?
Yes.
Okay, so I will actually respond with my gunslinger dodge.
Oh yes.
So I can, when a ranged attack is made against me, I can spend 1 grit point to move 5 feet as an immediate action. Doing so grants me a +2 bonus to AC to the triggering attack.
Okay.
This is not a 5-foot step, and it does provoke.
Beautiful.
From Abner.
Or alternatively, the gunslinger can drop. Oh, I can drop.
Abner puts his pistol against Krimmit's head. It was always going to end this
Oh,
way.
you could drop prone too. That
So I'll
increases.
5 foot move over this. I'll like as I see it looking at me, I'll just kind of just move over, and it's like, hey, over here.
Wait, you can drop prone also, so you get a +6 effectively.
No, I can drop prone, or I can move and get the +2.
I understand. Okay, I was gonna
So
say, I
I'll
was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Drop
Imagine.
prone. Drop
Yeah.
prone right now. Like, what are you doing? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So range touch attack, natural 2. So that's gonna miss anyway.
Well, I did a thing.
You sure did.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Gunslingers don't tend to use it too often.
Well, I figured I might as well. It's a ranged attack.
I think Baron does it all the time.
Baron does it all the
He used
time.
it. I can only recall him doing it like once, but that's because I don't pay
Oh.
attention when it's his turn.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard him say Gunslinger's Dodge all the time.
And
But
Gunslinger's Dodge. Yeah.
Top of round 4 is Aluna.
All right. I'm going to move up, pull out a wand. She's going to say, "Thank you, Abe." And then we'll go ahead and heal him up with 1d8 plus 1. Yeah, putting that wand to use. I'm just going to roll a d8. I don't know. 1 to this for me.
I
2!
called it.
Woohoo! We are off
It's
to...
gonna be a one.
Yeah, we are off to a beautiful start. That is what I get for attempting in combat healing. I'm a veteran player. I know better.
Sir, I'm confused. Is the ambience that you're playing right now, the snarling, is that Miyabe, or is that the zombies still?
Oh, it's both.
It's got to be both at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Miyabe's making the machine gun sounds when it's up.
so you cast a little magic on Miyabe.
Miyabe.
Heal him up some HP.
Abe.
Next is Abner.
The one called Abner.
I will reload.
You shall die.
I got something cool for next
I'm
round.
sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Organ music in the back.
I will reload. Bum bum bum.
There was also a little
I
bit of like
didn't mean that.
celestial healing going on at one point.
Yeah, I did mean to do that one, but I didn't mean to do that one for him.
The
The
skelly.
skeleton crew on the ship is playing the organ.
They call themselves. Let's give it up for the Skelly Boys. On the keys, we've got Davy Jones.
All right, so Abner reloads his gun. Next is Krimmit.
All right, I'm gonna 5-foot step,
Beautiful.
and then I'm going to use I'm gonna shoot with scatter. I'm gonna position it so this is just on the end, so I'm only going to be able to get these two. So I'm shooting it obviously away to not hit
Miyabe.
Miyabe.
But you'll be able to get both.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
So I will get.
I think you could do that. Yeah, you can do that. Seeing the shape in my head.
Yep. I'm just trying to make sure I got the buff up here for you, Sarah. Just for you.
Does it fire
Aw.
in a cone shape?
It does.
How do you get it? I can't see it. How do you get it to get blue and green but not... Oh, I see it now. I see it. I see it.
Okay. All right, so I'll take 2 shots. This hopefully should be... It's at a -2 penalty for both. So both in touch AC range. So the first one will be 15. So 7, 6... I don't think it took the -2 into consideration for some reason.
Okay.
So it should be a 13.
Sorry, I was still trying to figure out the cone.
Actually, yeah, I don't think it... What's... It's a 15-foot cone?
20.
Okay.
You can get it to work, but not from that square.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that you might have to move, so you
Oh, I
can't
can do a full
5-foot
move.
step.
It's
If,
fine.
well, no, if you're in this square, then you can do it standard after a 5-foot square as well.
Yeah. With a 20-foot cone, you're not going to get all of them, but you can get those.
Oh, I see.
Because,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying not to hit Miyabi. I don't care where I need to stand. That's fine.
you can get both of them though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
if you're right on him, you could get all 3.
Yeah, I considered that, but no, I didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure why that buff isn't working. So again, the first shot on blue, it's going to be a 13 to touch AC.
Is it the same AC against both of them?
I think he makes a ranged attack for each.
I have to do it. I have to do
Oh.
an attack for each target individually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It doesn't
Okay,
work
alright,
like
so-
AoE spells, yeah.
Yeah, so I have
Okay.
to make an attack target. I have to attack both individually, and to misfire on a scatter, you actually have to misfire on every single shot in the scatter. So I did not
Okay.
roll natural 1, which was my misfire chance now. So it doesn't matter what I rolled the next one.
Okay.
But I'll just do another attack. I don't know why that's not buff isn't working, but ooh, that's a little better
Okay.
for
Yep,
2.
that's gonna hit as well, and that'll do 2 points of damage to green.
The 13 hit
Did
its
the
touch.
first one hit 2?
Yeah.
Yes,
the
the first
13
one
was
hit as
Oh,
well.
the first one
untouched.
took 6. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Yep. So you do hit both of them and do some damage. So well done.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna die.
And if you see in chat, Jason's got the buff there for you that'll work correctly.
All right. Next
Oh, I
is
did
Miyabe.
2. Maybe it's because I put attack in there.
That's what.
Jace.
Yeah,
That's
he
what-
did it. He said so earlier. He was looking
I'm
at it.
sorry. Thank you.
Miyabe, still freaking out. He doesn't care that he took the main target down. Once the threat has happened, he's going to continue raging. So mark off another round of rage, and we will start off with the other zombie. First claw
Orange. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
probably doesn't confirm.
Probably not.
So this is against blue, you said?
Oh, this is
Orange.
against the zombie orange.
The brown.
Yeah. So that's not going to confirm, but it will hit.
Still 6 points of damage might be enough. I don't know how much I got through the DR in the last one. I think I hit it for 10
That's what I think
twice.
you only did bludgeoning, though, right?
Yeah, I think I hit it for 10 twice.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
this would be plus 6 slashing, so.
Yeah, so it should be
We'll
done.
see.
Yep. So that one goes down. So how do you kill that one?
Hey, just-
This time I think he would just take the claw and kind of rip it through the chest and tear out the front side of the creature, kind of like grabbing the whole thing and eviscerating it.
Beautiful.
And then with his offhand, he'll make his second claw attack against blue.
Okay.
19 to hit.
For 9
Yes.
slashing, which will buy
That
that.
Nice.
will
Slashing.
hit blue. Okay.
Does that put him down?
Nope.
Meat bicycle.
For an 8 Borderlands 2 fans with Krieg. I turn you into a shiny meat bicycle!
So good hits by Miyabe. Now it is their turn. So blue is going to slam out at you, not liking that you just sliced to him.
Deal with it.
Ooh, okay, that's a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Deal with it.
And that is 7 points of damage again.
Okay.
And green has all of the targets. So, well, let me just double check.
Just 7.
Yeah.
Does that put you down or no? You're at 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Aluna, this one's coming at you.
You just had to do it.
Am I the 4?
You are the 4.
How?
You're the lucky
1,
winner.
2, 3, 4,
So-
5, 6, 7, 8. I see it.
So range touch attack against you is a 7. So I can't seem to get these off for some reason.
A ranged touch is. You should be hitting
They're
those.
basically
They're basically gimmies. You know what my touch AC is, Sarah? Are you ready for this? It is an unmodified DC. That means it is 10.
I know. I'm fully aware
That
of
should be
how
a guarantee.
bad your AC is, but I can't seem to do it, and it is your turn.
Same thing, gonna wand Cure Light Wounds, Miyabe. Hopefully we will get more than a 1 this time. I don't know why I talked
3.
before
2.
rolling. 4.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, so 5 HP you'll heal this time.
Kermit and Abner, I hope you're okay with her exclusively using this wand on Miyabe.
Yeah, this-
I mean, knew that was going to be the
Pretty
Yeah.
typical. Yeah,
Hey,
they
hey,
drank all
hey!
the potions.
Excuse me,
Like-
did I ask the party if they wanted to help me buy a wand? Okay, I don't think so. This is my wand.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Who
is...
negotiated for the extra gold?
This
Was
is
that
my
Abner?
wand.
I think it was Abner.
Okay,
Who got you experience for defeating the haunt?
Sarah, you're not getting a use of the wand.
I think it was Abner, but it's okay. He doesn't need healing.
No,
He's got 1 Cure Light Wound potion.
I'm
this
not
time
even
at least.
joking. That thought legit crossed my mind though. Normally you go party inventory for stuff like wands and healing items. I took it out of my own character and I said,
No, you never even asked anybody if they wanted to pitch in. You were just like, I used my own money to buy this wand. And everybody's like, oh, what a great
Yeah.
person.
"Yep."
Honestly,
Little did
if
they
I
know.
would've known, I would have actually tugged on Abadar's ropes and gotten us a wand.
Yeah.
No, right?
Little did they know it was so that it would be exclusively used on Miyabe. They thought I was kind. The fools.
Right. Next is
Move
Abner.
action, pull out a javelin.
A second wand.
No, not a javelin. We'll go ahead and pull out a quarterstaff.
Okay. Alrighty.
So, Abner is gonna do something he ain't never done before
Ooh, I already like it.
and use mage bullets.
Ooh.
And he will be transferring his burning hand spell into his gun for 1 minute. Since it's a level 1 spell, it's a 1 minute duration.
Okay.
And oh, that's something for Josh. And so now I should get a +1 bonus and the flaming weapon modifier. What do you call it? I don't know what you call it.
Enhancement?
Flaming enhancement.
Enhancement. Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Enhancement. So.
Oh, okay.
And then he will take, because that's a swift action to do my mage bullet. And then
Ooh.
he will, is adept at transferring. At least I think it is. Let me double check. Mage bullets. As a swift action, he can sacrifice a spell and transform that energy into a weapon bonus equal to the level of the spell sacrificed on a single barrel of his firearm. With that weapon bonus, the spell singer can apply any of the following to his arcane bond, which my arcane bond is my gun.
Yes, but there's a question
Dancing,
here.
sending distance,
What
flaming.
is the
Yeah.
casting time of mage bullets?
So
Swift action.
Swift action.
It is a swift action. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
As a swift action, he can sacrifice a spell and transform that energy into a weapon bonus equal to the level of the spell sacrifice.
so Jace, it's not like adhesive spittle where you have to use 2 actions to do it.
No.
Got you.
All right, so now you can shoosty your fire bullets.
Yes.
You said you did flaming, right?
Flaming, yeah, because I used burning hands. So the way I'm going to play
Oh.
that is it gets whatever bonus. It doesn't specifically say that, but that's how I'm going to always play it, is whatever I sacrifice is what the bonus to the bullet is going to be.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
So it's a +1 to hit and damage.
Yes. Don't think I programmed I didn't program the damage.
I see. It's,
Okay.
it's a spell ability, not a spell. I
Is this
understand.
against green?
Green, yes.
There we go.
Okay, so that will hit.
That's gonna do some damage.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 points of damage.
I mean, flaming too. Makes a
And
difference.
he had 6 HP.
Beautiful. Don't even have to roll the
Good
flaming.
job.
Nope. Alrighty, and next is Crimit.
So Crimit will move action, reload with a bullet. And oh, snap, crackle, pop. See what I did there? Yeah,
So
3
even with
damage.
the plus to his AC or minus to your attack,
No, he put precise shot. He doesn't have to worry about that no more.
No,
he
I
took
yet.
point blank
What?
shot.
Oh.
don't have point blank shot yet either.
Oh.
Oh wait, am I
Oh,
level
that's
3?
true. We
No,
haven't leveled up yet.
we haven't leveled up
Oh,
yet.
no, I've been wait, have I been doing level 2 this whole time? Ridiculous.
Brandon, we're all level 5. What are you doing?
Actually,
I'm
though,
dying.
did we not get any XP for the whole council meeting thing?
Yeah, last time we got XP for accepting the quest.
Yeah, you don't get XP just for talking to people.
I was just wondering.
That's how it works.
We got XP.
Did
We
sometimes.
won a social encounter. That's the way I view it.
You lost XP for the interrogation.
I was gonna say the interrogation did not go well.
Well, to be fair,
That should
Aluna
come out of my party pool.
could have helped with the interrogation, but she wasn't about it. She was doing other stuff.
Yeah, she was too busy trying to bind the wand she's hoarding for
The
herself.
wand, the potions.
I could have hallucinated him, but I didn't. Her, it. what was it
She
called?
is
I
a
can't
her.
remember.
She identifies as a her.
It was a her.
So
Okay.
how rude of you.
I couldn't
to
remember.
assume-
I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't hate
Does
me.
zombie number blue identify as dead?
In fact, he does.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes! I was gonna
So
make an
with
undeath
that-
joke, but that's it.
Why did the cannon just go off?
Dude, that was my hand cannon!
I am having too much fun with these, like, these what are they
Awesome
called?
sound
Like the preset, yeah. All right, so that is at the end of initiative.
Beautiful.
If I can get my music to turn off.
Real
and go
quick,
back to...
Aluna is going to expend a use of the wand on herself.
Oh.
Do I see, is Miyabi still raging?
Well, and that will be part of it. As she does it, she'll try to show him that the wounds are closing like right away, and she'll say, "Don't worry, Abe. I am okay." And we'll begin attempting to pacify him, and we'll spend a use of the wand on him as she does so.
Do you do what you do with the Hulk and you just put your hand out so he touches your
Yeah, that's a good. I would say that's probably a good way to define the relationship. Very similar to Black Widow and the Hulk and Bruce. Well, without the double aspect of Hulk's personality, but
Is Miyabe's like transformation magical in nature?
It probably is not magical. Well, it's a bloodline power.
it's.
So I don't know if that's magical or supernatural.
Yeah, I don't know mechanically speaking, but it is not
Well,
normal. That's enough. That much is true.
I feel like it's probably supernatural or extraordinary. I doubt it's magical.
Without its
Kermit will hop
Is he
over,
cursed?
get his backpack, and just try to struggle dragging it over to him.
Weighs more than cursed does.
claws are a supernatural ability.
Oh.
Good to know. Good to know.
Miyabi, if you're done being all angry, I got you your bag.
Thank you. I lost control for a moment.
It's alright, you have us the best of us. I got a little frustrated when my gun jammed.
Yes, the mysterious weapon that you wield. It is, as always, quite interesting. He still doesn't really know what it is.
Says the 8-foot tall man that grows fingernails.
Okay.
Fingernail.
So, So for defeating 2 CR1 creatures, you each, well, not you each, but for each of them, you earn 400 XP for a total of 800. And then for defeating 2 CR1 half creatures, they were 200 each for a total of 400 XP.
Okay.
And
How much is that a person?
300 each.
so I want everyone to try to pronounce this for me because I don't know how. So the one creature, that's what it was called. EAISGE.
Is that why you were looking
So
at
is
the
it-
pronunciation charts this week?
No. I was looking at that for Rune Lord something, but
Is it Age?
EG.
All right, so Eagle starts with an EA. EAI.
Yeah.
What other words have an EAI in them?
Oh my god, somebody's made a 3D model that you can print of those things, and it is disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I can give you the handout.
Eisge?
Oh.
Eisge? Eischt?
It's got like a hammer fist.
Ugh.
Yeah, so these I think are unique to this module. So they appear in the appendix bestiary. And it says water gushes from the mouth and nose of this bloated creature. Broken wood and jagged nails jut from its half-rotted flesh.
Oh my gosh, this is way too good to be used in just one module.
Oh.
This is
Are they a water elemental, technically?
No, they're still undead, but they're an aquatic undead.
Yeah, these are amazing. I would love to do like these guys should show up in Skulls and Shackles. If I was running that campaign, I'd throw them in there. Just replace a couple of things with these guys.
Yeah. And then the other ones were just normal human zombies. So,
That mouth is terrible.
yeah.
They can
Not great.
turn other creatures into zombies?
Yeah,
That's
so
awful.
if
Ugh.
it has a thing called create spawn, and as a full round action, this creature can expel water from its mouth onto a creature it has killed in the past minute. A humanoid creature with fewer than 3 hit dice bathed in these putrid waters rises as a zombie 1d4 rounds later. A humanoid with 3 hit dice or more rises as a new one of these creatures, though these newly formed creatures lack the embedded debris specialty for the first 24 hours. So that's another thing, is they have chunks of flotsam that are embedded in their body that increase their slam damage, which you can actually sunder as if it was a weapon.
So
So-
these were survivors. The zombies were.
Yeah, so it says, I don't know how to pronounce this, but they form in the aftermath of torrential storms. They extraplanar energies warp and twist the mortal souls of those claimed in these disasters, and this eventually animates their bloated corpses as horrid mockeries of life. They resemble their living forms, but with bloated bodies that drip rancid water and their skin pruned into repulsive folds. They weigh twice what they did in life thanks to this saturation. They may lie dormant and harmless for months or years before suddenly exploding with terrible purpose. They naturally attract bits of flotsam and debris. Their bodies absorb this refuse, wrapping their limbs around driftwood and rubble. This causes the constant pain that inspires their outrage and bursts of violence.
Wow. That's amazing.
So-
So some fun
Yeah.
facts. If you look them up, the Pathfinder wiki stub is actually just the page is just a stub. So if you care about that kind of stuff, you could add some information to that is not already there, which is not normally the case. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. They're gross. Very, very gross.
It does appear on Nethys though, and that's all that it gives. I was looking for like a pronunciation guide anywhere, but that's no.
Yeah, Easgy.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm looking.
I'm trying to think what it's an allusion to, like some creature that must already exist, but I don't know. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yep. So, with that, you were able to dispatch the wandering undead from this wreckage.
Miabe would start moving over towards the ship to look for survivors.
Abe, by the way, you're full health.
I am?
Yeah, there's another one in there for you.
Just burning
Oh,
through
another
them.
8. Okay.
That's
I like it. Keep
that's-
burning through
that's
it.
how it goes.
All right, so roll me a perception check, Miyabe, as you're looking over the ship.
Okay. Natural 19. 24.
All right. Okay, so as you're looking through this ship, you discover that there's a large stash of building materials in the cargo hold. And then you also are able to discover a waterlogged but still legible passenger list within the broken captain's cabin. But it appears that there are no survivors from this wreckage.
So Miyabe will come out and go to the others, and he'll hand the ledger to probably Abner. And he will say, I assume this is one of the things they asked us to find here. It has a list of names, I think.
That looks correct. Looks like this might be the passenger manifest for this here ship. And yeah.
And I should clarify that the building materials are around 2,000 pounds of lumber, pitch, nails, canvas, ropes, and tools.
Miyabe puts them in his backpack.
His bag of holding.
Just drags it.
And we're building that permanent structure right here.
Right here. Good one.
Oh, yes. And Miyabe, you would have also noticed a couple of other things. And I should also mention that searching through the wreckage is going to take at least an hour. But you guys set out early in the morning, so it took you 5 hours to get here, so it's probably like mid-afternoon at this point.
So
Yeah.
do we not really see anything up here then?
Up where? No, yeah, there's nothing up there. This is not a module map. This is just a map that I found.
With an hour, is it possible for me to expend a healer's kit use on myself as the healer? Will you allow that, or not so much?
I mean, it depends on
If
the
you can
rules for
make the DC.
heal.
I think so.
So, treat deadly wounds takes an hour. So yes, you would have to roll a 20 heal check. And you get a +2 from your healer's kit should you choose to use it.
I should choose to use it, and I will take 20, which gives me take 10, which gives me right to 20.
Yeah, you can't take 20 on that one.
But you can't take 10.
You can take 10. It also expends 2 uses. So.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And
So
I get-
Miyabe, you.
How much is that again? Sorry.
It's your level, so +2.
Oh, it's just your level.
Yep.
Beautiful. Should have waited.
Okay, so Miyabe, you would have found in the wreckage. You would have found the bow that you saw Umuzu have when you were traveling with her. You find 4 potions, a bunch of gold pieces and silver pieces and platinum pieces, and that's it. And then some gems, and then a monkey-shaped bone idol.
Detect magic?
Okay. You detect magic. You detect magic on the bow and the potions.
Not on the monkey idol?
Not on the monkey idol.
Okay. I should probably put some ranks in spellcraft. Yeah, that would be sense for me to do at some point.
Spellcraft.
So this one will be for the bow.
I'll roll to aid on both.
I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
And
So I don't know what that bow does.
And I failed to aid.
I really don't know what that bow does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can tell that it is a composite longbow, but other than that, you don't know anything about it.
Can we determine its strength rating with a craft weapons check?
Sure, roll craft weapons.
Luna has craft weapons?
Yeah, I needed to pick
Yeah.
it up to make the sting checks, which I do because they're technically simple weapons.
Yeah, so you are not able to, but Kermit, if you want to roll me a engineering check. Why not? I don't know if that's the right thing to roll.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds good. 16 knowledge
Okay.
engineering. It's probably not the right roll at all, but why not?
This
I
has
can
a
it's a plus-
understand the bow strength.
there's a
because
set
of all my
DC
knowledge
for
with
this. I can't
totally
remember
leather
what
systems.
it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look it up. It's a +2 strength rating.
Beautiful.
For the
That's all.
potions?
Okay.
I'll roll my
And then Aluna
aids.
said she was aiming.
Succeed to aid.
That's a stealth. That's a stealth.
I raised.
Roll survival. Roll survival.
Aluna's just creeping up behind you.
That was a
What do
good
you
roll
do?
too.
What you got there?
I swear to God! I swear to God! Are you kidding me right now? I knew that was gonna happen. I didn't even want to click it. Oh my gosh! I gotta be quiet. My
So
roommates
for all
are
of you
sleeping.
that are listening, he rolled a 17 -6 for stealth, but then a 9 for spellcraft, which is not 8. 25 spellcraft is enough to determine that these are all the same potion, and they are all potions of cure light wounds.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
Ooh. I tell no one that.
What'd I
You
do?
have that right,
I
because
protected you.
nobody else knows.
I love the morality of this group. It's real great. It's
I'm
got,
kidding.
Yeah, it's
I
all
do
over the
obviously
place.
tell them.
I know, I know, that's what it is.
Obviously, I do tell them.
it's
that
all
they're
kinds of beautiful selfishness. I love it.
I
And
assume
then-
Aluna grabbed them out of my hand as soon as I tell them what they are.
Force
and
feeds them.
chugged all four
No,
of
force feeds them into Miyabe.
them. Yeah. Force feeds them to Miyabe. Miyabe's like, I feel fine. Stop.
And then Abner, roll me 3. Well, if anyone wants to roll me appraise checks, you can, or Abner, you can roll a profession merchant.
I'll
3
roll the
times.
aid.
Oh, my. Okay.
27, 15, 21.
Okay, so we'll say Aluna's appraise goes with Abner's first one.
Oh, those are
holy-
pretty good.
Do you
I,
want?
have to take, I just wanted to see what I would get.
All right, we'll just say that you aid. So, with a natural 20 for appraise, Abner, +2,
+2, bringing it to 31. Not.
well, +4 actually if we account Miyabe's.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So.
Yep, 31. So we'll just say that you're able to determine the coinage as follows. So let me know when you're ready to write this down.
I am ready.
1,632 gold pieces.
Nice.
22,350
Holy.
silver pieces.
Okay.
21 platinum pieces.
Oh my gosh!
Gosh, that's like a ton of wands for Josh to hoard.
Well, I'm going back to the village and starting my trade empire.
Yeah, like I don't.
Great day. I'm on my way back. I'm
He's
out.
like, you know what? You can have these potions.
He's gonna set up a trade franchise with his new trade partner, who's also found in the barracks currently.
That
who smells
is that is actually enough. I do believe to buy land for sure. That's enough to buy land.
But I also just want to mention in like for the immersion of the game, like, do you know how long it would take to count that many pieces of coin?
Right.
Well, that's why I said rough appraisal.
20,000.
That's why you roll appraisal. Yeah.
Or how much it would... Yeah, I was going to say, it would be like 500 pounds of coin. We would definitely have to have, like, a chest. We're going to have to bury this, like, pirate treasure and come back for it later. Like...
You'd be better off like building the ship back up and just sailing
Yeah.
it.
Sailing back to the... To Hearth.
Yeah, no,
Like-
this is a classic that came up a lot in earlier editions of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's kind of hand-waved, I think, in a lot of modern games. Some people don't, but a handy haversack will go a long way to make this problem not happen. But it used to be quite a hassle for low-level characters to actually, like, recover loot successfully, because even after you had secured it, now you have to backtrack through your dungeon, your trap-filled dungeon, lugging this cargo, and lots of traps reset. And there's all kinds of really fun, like really weird, just if you like the history of the game, there's some really cool stuff that appeared settling that problem.
So what were the other appraise checks for?
Yeah, so the other appraise checks, we'll just say your second one with the aids would be enough to determine that, so there are 6 quartz gems that are each worth 20 gold.
Gems.
And gems you can sell at market value.
Yep,
Pieces
they are
each.
treated as
Okay.
just like furs and other objects.
And then the monkey-shaped bone idol is very well carved and is worth 75 gold pieces.
Beautiful.
75 gold pieces. I'm already getting inventory from a new shop.
We're gonna have some healthy competition with the Emporium.
I do like the idea, though, if you do, in fact, open up a shop, that you supply your goods through adventuring or contracting adventurers to go. You end up making, like, a guild? Like, that sounds so fun. Let's do that.
Right?
Beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, if Aluna has that idea, give it to Abner.
So are you guys gonna do anything with the bodies that are here, or are you just gonna, like, let them out to sea?
No, I think we should bury them.
Should
Yeah.
we burn them? I mean, they're zombies.
They weren't all zombies, just the 4.
Oh. Good
There's
thing we bought that shovel.
I do
That's
have
true.
a shovel.
We had a discussion once about how long it would take a grown
With
man
my
to
hand.
shovel a
Yeah.
grave.
Yeah. So Aluna will also basically take time to. She would have handled some of the funeral affairs, but not many. Probably that would have been others in her tribe, but she would have seen it done. And she is a shamanist, so she will go ahead and take some time to, bless their spirits and wish them well in the journey. I think she would have some vague concept of the River of Souls, but not in the way that it's officially understood in Golarion, but she would view that there's a passing, into the afterlife and that they need assistance on that journey. So she'll pray for that and wish them well and ask that their ancestors would guide them to the homes and abodes where they belong.
As she does that, Kermit would just stand next to her with his hat off, just listening.
Aw.
Oh, that's so. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Take his little hat off.
Okay. All right. So
So I guess
you.
time-wise, would we have to camp here and then start making our way back the next
I mean,
day?
there's already tents pitched and camp gear right up north,
That's
so...
not actually true.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the map shows that.
Yeah, I say we.
Cyclops.
I say we just
Hey
use
guys,
this
I think
stuff.
there's like an abandoned encampment here for some odd reason.
Yeah. What's up with the creepy
we can-
music?
It was for the funeral. It was like
Oh.
I have it labeled as church music with ethereal choir.
Sounded like the church music in Home Alone.
Yeah, that's kind of fun though. Like the ancestors come and they're singing. Very ethereal.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Luna's like our Yuna of the group from Final Fantasy X.
Ah, sorry,
I don't
man.
get that
Wrong
reference.
crowd.
What?
Hey, I know.
All right, Brandon, I get the reference,
no,
and that was a really
no.
well done reference because essentially I could visualize Aluna doing that. The rest of you, troglodytes, all of you.
Yeah, listen. I know.
Uncultured
No. I get to defend myself.
You know, Josh's logic of why he hasn't played Final Fantasy
It
X
does.
reminds me
Yeah.
of the scene that Titus and Yuna are just doing that laughing part. You know which part I'm talking
All right,
about.
guys.
That is the cringy.
Yeah,
Listen.
that is very cringy when they're just sitting there laughing and you're like, what are they laughing about?
All right, Final Fantasy is a piece of culture and gaming history that I unfortunately slept on and never got around to. So by the time I thought about it, it was too late. But don't worry, I have Game Pass. I've got free time coming up. I'll try something. All right, I got plenty of options. Not only the new stuff, but I'm gonna do
Don't
it.
start with 15 though.
Yeah, start with
like-
13. It's the best.
Well-
Anyways, let's dig some holes.
Yeah,
Let's dig some holes.
Let's dig some holes. You can tell me which one to do later.
Okay, so you guys are gonna spend the rest of the day digging holes.
Diggy
that's what we
diggy
call
I mean,
hole.
can we,
Diggy diggy
for a
hole.
safety thing, we can probably sleep on the boat, couldn't we?
Oh,
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
clever.
I don't see why not.
And then it's going to take us 2 days to get back.
Yeah. So let's look at this.
Because our goal was to come here right away, then head back to town, and then take the other guy and start looking for one of the other
I
locations.
don't think we realized how long it was going to take, which is really funny. So, like, Mitsuzi's probably sitting there like, did they forget me?
I thought they were gonna come right back.
We can use our
Also,
message
he better
for him.
hope somebody speaks halfling in that village. Otherwise, he's just gonna be like,
Well, yeah,
he speaks polyglot, so the sheriff will be able
polyglot.
to talk to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You
He
forget.
just doesn't speak common.
what's her name there with Miss Poison Sword doesn't find him, 'cause that's not going to bode well.
Yeah. She's clearly very racist against.
If I'm not
halflings.
mistaken, in this region of the world, functionally polyglot would be considered common, just like in TNG, Tianmin, I believe, or Tien, whatever it's called.
Yes.
I mean, natively, yes, but a lot of the people that have come to settle here have come from, upwards in Varizia, and so a lot of them don't speak polyglot, which was part of the problem with the halflings coming to the fort, was nobody spoke polyglot, and nobody spoke halfling, and they didn't speak common, so they weren't able to convey why they were there and what they were looking for, and so that caused delays, and then that's when things went bad.
But that's why, if you've ever noticed me being incredibly snobby in the past, that's why I sometimes will put common parentheses Taldane, because that's the northern part. What we call common is actually regionally located through the northern part of the Inner Sea region. But most campaigns take place there, so.
Yeah, so I put you back on this map just so that you get an idea. It is going to take you, if you go through unexplored terrain, you might be able to get back, but it's probably easiest to go back through the way that you came, but it's still going to take you 8 hours to traverse through.
Why engineering? Why don't we just take the ship apart? I can make a raft and we can just go down the river.
That will probably take you some time. That's an option, but it might take you a little while.
So do we have
Best
to
darn
roll,
raft you've ever seen.
do we have to roll percentiles in each of these 2 hexes to get back, or just the 1 hex, or how do you want to?
So, let me put us back on here.
Whoa.
So you guys were camping out here, or were you heading back? Okay.
If we had time to head back, we could have started, but I didn't think we had time to make it any reasonable distance.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to make it super far if you spent most of the day digging holes to bury these people. So yeah, you guys are going to camp out tonight. Are you doing watches again?
Yes.
The 3 of us are.
Well, I'm turning in for the night.
Okay, so what's the... Abner's just going to get a full night's rest.
We can just do the same order if you want. Miyabe, Luna, Kermit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so I will have Miyabe, since he's going first, I will have you roll a percentile die.
Okay. I'm calling a
53.
32.
Random encounter chance.
Nope.
Okay, 67.
It's 2/3 of 100.
It's probably an Elder Red Dragon or something like that.
Okay.
I'd go for that.
So go ahead and roll me another D100.
Well, that's always a good thing.
That means we have come across a random encounter. Now we're determining what we fight. That's my guess.
82. 82 zombies.
Good thing I'm up on the boat.
Could you imagine 1d100 kobolds? like that's what you fight.
Okay.
The mites from Iron Fang show up, 82 of them.
Mites are a good one. I like the mites. Killing them.
I'm kind of disappointed we haven't fought more of them.
I'm disappointed we didn't learn. Mites have like this kind of weird culture though too. I was
that would have been cool, like to find like their tribe.
Yeah,
or whatever.
They're funny little people with low intelligence, but they have their own small scale tribal warfares and stuff. It's kind of funny.
Right.
Okay, let's see here. Miyabe, roll me a perception check.
Another perception check? I had rolled one before doing the D100.
Oh, I see it. Okay. So, you're sitting there, trying to keep a lookout, but you're facing the jungle, and you're listening, and you don't hear anything, and you don't hear movement come from the water.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, great.
And you hear
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Crabs.
at the last minute you almost hear a splashing, but maybe it's just the water against the shore. When all of a sudden something leaps out at you from behind, and we will roll initiative next week.
I knew that was gonna happen.
So where are we? Because I actually said I was sleeping on the boat. Were we all sleeping on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's reef claws. Reef claws are fun.
They get so many attacks.
Yeah.
Then grab you.
Yeah. So, we will pick that up next time. Thank you to everyone for hanging in there.
Yeah, thank you for your patience today. Sorry the stream
Thanks,
froze. I hope you have fun, and if you're listening to this later, we appreciate your dedication and sticking with us. You are the realest ones.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. We'll go
Good night,
Tuesday.
everyone. See you next Tuesday.
Good night. Lead a good life.